sweet ribbon.
Welcome to the chocolate factory.
It's not about that Monday, Tuesday. No one cares about Wednesday. Thursday. Forget that noise.
It ain't what it is.
Ready for the weekend? Are you ready for the rear end? Are you ready for the weekend? Are you ready for the rear end? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, trash. Thursday, Friday, forget about that. Friday, Saturday, here it's Saturday. Sunday, sleeping in, eating brunch.
Woohoo.
Congratulations, Bird.
Cancer Schmancer.
Go away, Coyote.
Hit the beach or hit the mall. Go out with friends, do nothing at all. Sleep in, watch movies, read books. Anything goes, just take a look. Are you ready for the weekend?
Woo.
Are you ready for the rear end? Go. Are you ready for the weekend? Yeah. Are you ready for the rear end? Go. Are you ready for the weekend? Yeah. Are you ready for the rear end? Go. Are you ready for the weekend? Are you ready for the rear end? Go. Are you ready for the weekend? Yeah. Are you ready for the rear end? Go.
But or as plugged.
Klein Ally Show. 106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Thank God it's Friday.
Oh yeah, welcome to the weekend. Here we go. It is KROQ. Good morning, Klein Ally Show. Back in your ear holes where we belong. You can also watch if you'd like to. Visual stimulation all over the place today. Good day to check out the YouTube because probably you're driving potentially on a road trip out of town. And what better way to road trip than by looking at your phone?
Oh, yeah, distracted driving. It's the biggest week for distracted driving.
It is. It's where all the people train all year for moments like this, where they can fully do full-on distracted driving while sitting in traffic for hours on end. Remember to pack your patience, as Omar likes to say.
Nope.
Good morning. Welcome to the weekend. Brad Williams, our buddy, our little buddy, will be in here later this morning. Strapped to the Lie Detector machine for some Lie Day Friday. Allie and I have a lot of questions to ask Brad, specifically about, previous working relationship we had with Brad, his current relationship with his wife, courtesy of us, and a dumb segment we did on the radio years ago where he met the woman he ended up marrying.
Yep.
Although I don't feel like he really gives us credit for that. What percentage of his jokes are true, or which ones does he completely make up?
Well, I also don't think, because we went to his wedding, and I don't even think our story was in the wedding.
No.
Which is, that's like the number one story that gets told at every wedding is, how'd you meet?
Also, one of the questions we'll be asking when he's strapped in is, was he hoping that we would RSVP no to his wedding? I think he was. I think he was under the impression we would not be able to make it. But little did he know, we had nothing better to do.
That's not cool to say, little did he know.
It is cool to say it. Little did he know. We could say that. Little did he. That's what we call Brad, little did he.
Add the question to the list.
So anyway, we'll get to that later this morning. It's going to be a great day, the return of Lie Day Friday. And I'm very excited about it. I can't believe it's been approved. And by approved, I mean they kind of said, we'd rather you didn't, but we're going to do it anyway. The Banger Bus is back. Starting in a few hours, you guys will help us control the music that you hear on KROQ. All bangers.
Yes.
To get you into the right frame of mind for the holiday weekend. So if you've got songs you want to hear, regardless if they're KROQ songs or if they're country songs like that stupid Sally song,
Oh, man.
let us know.
If you have feelings about that song, you'll love the Showvertime podcast where we discussed it with our music director.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Oh, he was not defending that, was he?
Oh, yeah.
Omar, yes, he was.
Holy
And we've got
crap.
more on the way.
Yeah. In fact, I'll play some Goatline calls about it, but the reality is yesterday during the Showvertime, the uncensored Klein Ally show,
This is the first one I might have to listen to.
I know.
Because there is no defense for that song.
Well,
He was like, do you love it? We were like, no. He was like, oh, okay.
He's blowing up. He sold out the wheel turn.
Yeah. He
yeah,
just
they-
sold out.
So?
I
Who
know.
cares?
Yeah, I know.
And then he
Jesus.
was like, I didn't really think it was country. And we were like, really? It sounds
have a
super country.
cowboy
And then he was like, well, the album cover does have a cowboy.
Oh, that's so funny.
we had to tell the music director of this radio station that one of the songs that he is choosing to put on the station is country.
Yeah.
And his argument was, well, the guy sold out the Wool Turn. And I said, well, Dolly Parton sold out the Grand Ole Opry, I'm sure, 1,000 times. But we're not putting her on KROQ. And she's got a great rack, so she at least had a shot.
Well, and since when are we making decisions based on selling out shows?
Right.
I mean, isn't that kind of the opposite, right?
I would think
as soon
so.
as someone gets really, really big, then we stop playing them.
ditch
Isn't that
them.
the thing?
That's right. This was, hold on, this was one of the messages about Miles the DJ, the music director at KROQ.
Yo, Miles, the DJ, is the one calling the shots on what songs are played. He's The reason why we have to listen to fucking Hosier 15,000 goddamn times a day? Can you please fire him?
Okay.
Holy crap, his song selection sucks. I mean, at least have more than like 3 songs to play in a 4-hour show. Holy crap. You guys have so much in your repertoire you could be playing. Slightly Stupid and all these other people you call KROQ fans, but you play goddamn Hosier 15 times in a row.
I'm going to give you each a guess as to what is the first song we're playing this morning.
No
That was
way.
hand-selected by Miles the DJ to play and start our Friday morning show here at KROQ.
You know,
Allie-
Hosier sold out the bowl
Allie,
multiple times.
take a stab at it. What do you think is the first song out of the gate? I know you haven't seen it.
Gosh, you know what?
Take a shot.
I think it's Slightly Stupid. I think the Goatline call
All
is
right.
right.
You think he's been influenced by the Goatline? Omar, want to take a shot at this one?
Oh, it's got to be Red Hot Chili Peppers, dude.
All right.
We play them at ad nauseum.
Strong guess there. Jake the Nerd, I'll give you a guess.
I'm going to go with the dark horse, System of a Down.
Okay.
Sometimes
I
we
wish.
do wake up with that.
Vanessa, any guesses as to the first song I'm about to play in a moment?
Yeah, a Green Day song.
Green Day, all right. And finally, we give Postmaster Johnny, now that he's an official KROQ DJ, any guesses, Johnny?
It's definitely got to be a Sublime song.
All good guesses, and no one guessed the obvious.
Oh, wow.
Sticking with this one. We're really going to stick with it, huh? Created a whole new format, a whole new genre, and we've been milking the hell out of this since the 90s.
He would have gone country by now.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. It's KROQ with Klein Ally Show. It's Friday morning. It's going to be a good one. If you need us, phone's open now. Text line open now, 800-520-1067.
Friday!
That's brand new Nirvana on KROQ, courtesy of Miles, the DJ, music director at the station. People asking on the text line if we can do an AMA with Miles, the DJ, and I think that we probably could. And you can ask
love it.
all of the questions you probably have about why we play what we play and why we play it so often. And I think they don't assume anyone's going to listen to the station for more than 10 minutes at a time, because that's apparently the average commute. I don't know how they figure out these numbers, because I feel like whenever I go anywhere in this town, it's a minimum 35, maybe an hour to get anywhere.
It's also not just Miles, and it's not just this radio station.
No,
this is also the way that radio
I get it.
has
Yeah,
been.
there's a lot of research, a lot of formulas they follow.
Right. Blah, blah. But, KROQ's different, should be treated different. And, some people like the show, so they listen for longer. And as a result, if you're one of these great people that chooses to listen to us for 3 hours a day, then, you may hear the same Hozier song 9 times.
You'll also hear the same commercials over and over again.
Sarah.com.
Thank you, Jake. Jake will be in here a little bit later this morning to hop on the scale, see how much weight he lost. I cannot get over the fact, Omar and I were just talking about this. Allie, you saw the text that Jake received?
Dude. Yes.
That is
harsh.
Okay.
That is the harshest text I think that has ever been
And
written.
he doesn't see it that way.
No, he's laughing about
crazy.
it. Jake, I am blown. I feel bad, but also I don't even want to
I thought it was nice.
I don't even want to. Dude,
It was
not nice.
rough. It was so rough because it was kind of trying to be nice, but was such a flat out rejection. And I think the curse is now real. Whenever Jake talks about a love interest on the show, it is doomed to fail.
Yeah, off the air, your relationships are great. As soon as they go on the air, they fall apart. And this one...
But keep telling us about your dating
I think
life.
it's off there. They fall apart, too.
Oh.
It's a good positive way to look at it. This is a strange text to wake up to if you're trying to make plans for the long holiday weekend, and you're thinking, maybe I'll send out a few casual texts just to get things in the books. I guess, Jake, you had a plan? You had a tentative plan for this weekend?
Yeah, I talked when we had movie night on Monday. We had tentative plans to hang out tonight and possibly tomorrow night.
So you had 2 nights of tentative plans.
Yeah.
And how do you feel after this text you received?
About those plans?
More
Yes.
free?
Not good.
Yeah.
Right. You think, because I don't know if you're reading it the same way we read it, but we all read the text.
Well, yeah, I read the text. I can read. I know what the text says.
Do you want to just read it now?
If we have to.
Yeah, let me get on to I think the audience should hear about this.
I think so.
And they can decide for themselves, and then we'll get into a little Allie Knows the News action
And
for $100.
when was this sent?
Last night, 7 o'clock.
All right, here we go.
Can we preface this with Jake thinking this is a soft breakup?
Yeah, Jake doesn't think this is a breakup at all. I think Jake thinks this is like flirting or something. Listen, this is the...
Oh, yeah, he said, we've all been broken up with, but have you ever had a soft breakup? Because I just did.
Okay, let's read the text as you received it, and the audience will decide.
Do you want the text I sent first?
Sure, was it an octopus emoji?
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
Said, I hope you're feeling better and was wondering if you're down to hang out this weekend. And she wrote, Hi, Jake. I'm working all weekend, but also, ... I'm just not emotionally available to give you all that you're giving me, and it's not fair because it should be reciprocal. So with that, I thank you for all the fun and getting to know you. In parentheses, you're an awesome human, by the way, but I don't want to pursue this connection any further.
Very soft. There is?
How could there be more after that?
Unsubscribe.
Because I
Say it again?
Because I replied to her, and then she replied back.
All right, what did you say to that message?
I said, totally understand, appreciate the honesty, hope to see you around. And she said, hope to see you around too.
Well, thanks for that.
Okay.
I've been fired this way. This
wish.
is like a rejection of everything. I don't want to pursue this connection any further. Is like, hey, ChatGPT, write me a breakup that doesn't sound so harsh, but is very clear that I never want to see this person again.
I mean, that is a period exclamation point. Goodbye.
I appreciate the honesty.
She also definitely wrote that, and I was like, this seems mean. I think I'm going to add parentheses, you're an awesome person, by the way.
Yeah.
It does say that was in parentheses.
Yeah, she did add that going, ooh.
I'm surprised Jake
I should
didn't
say something positive.
read all that and just write back and see, what I saw here is that I'm an awesome person. I look forward to seeing you tonight as scheduled. Because that is
well,
rough.
and to say, I'm not emotionally available to give you all that you're giving me. Which implies that, Jake, you were giving your all in this dating experience.
I was definitely the one who was pursuing, sure.
Yeah. Well, you know how the game works, right? No one wants Who
To be
Wants
wanted.
Them or something like that. I don't know how it goes.
They want to be wanted, but not really.
We're going to take a break. If you'd like an easy break, Jake knows that very well. We're going to take a break.
Hey, that's triggering.
It's not you, it's us, but we're going to be right back with $100 of Allie's cash up for grabs. If you would like to get in on the money, you can battle anyone on the show, including Jake, who claims he's the ace, but maybe he's a little down today because he just got broken up with via text.
Yeah, he needs a little lifting.
Not a soft breakup at all. That is a rock hard, fully erect breakup. 800-520-1067. We come back with Allie Knows the News next.
KROQ listener, your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to infiltrate one of these KROQ shows. My Chemical Romance at Dodger Stadium, July 27th. The Offspring at the Kia Forum, August 29th.
Yeah?
Incubus at Into It Dome, October 4th. Let's go! Blink-182 at Acrisure Arena, October 5th. And Lincoln Park at Into It Dome, September 13th.
That you cut me open just to watch me bend. This is what you asked for. Heavy is the crowd.
To choose your mission, you must engage at precisely 0900, 1200, 1500, or 1800 hours. That's 9 noon, 3 and 6 for civilians. Be caller 20 and your mission is greenlit. Operation Choose Your Mission is now underway. This message will self-destruct in 5 seconds. Credit Live Nation in the world famous.
let's pay the people. It's a little sweeter when you win on a Friday, especially because it's a Pick Your Poison Friday, which means you can battle any single person on the show. You don't have to go against Allie like you would be doing most mornings at this exact time to win her money. She still puts her money up. I believe yesterday she said she would double it.
I did.
Do you stand by that statement today or no?
Yeah.
Okay. She's doubling her cats.
I spent $250 yesterday on cat crap, so
you're gonna
what's 200 more at this point?
Allie's going to double it. I like it.
Okay. I'll take the double.
Take that double all day, every day. If you want in, 800-520-1067. It's funny because as we are getting ready for the game, Vanessa's oftentimes yelling in our ears about things happening in the back, where she goes, oh, we've got, these contestants, great contestant, bad phone quality. This guy's never played before. New listener to the show. She gives us a little intel. This is what she was yelling in our ear during that song. Columban.
Chime in now, folks. What do you? When do you?
And we were.
What?
Hold on.
Cauldron?
So we weren't sure what she was saying. No one knows what she's saying. And then we asked her, Colombian?
What's that word? Colombian?
This is the intel we're getting as we're trying to get ready for the game.
Hey.
Columban. And I don't know.
I think she's trying to say Harambe.
The Garo, R.I.P. Harambe. That's right. Well, it's a little late for the tribute, Vanessa, but we appreciate it nonetheless.
Get to the part where I get it right.
I don't think you ever get it right.
Well, you've just gotten it wrong again.
I forgot.
What is the word you're trying to yell at us?
Calandrin.
Nope. Fudge.
Say it one more time.
What is the context of what you're saying to us?
It's like the contest says I have two good people, but one is.
Yeah, so you're in a pickle. You're in a
pickle, and I wanted your opinion.
One of the guys is Colombian.
Oh, I was in a pickle.
You said we have a
Calandrin. I really want to cuss, so I have to go.
Okay, I get it.
Conundrum. She's got a conundrum. All right, well, that being
She's
said.
got something going on.
She sure does. My good God.
I think she had one of those when she fell rollerblading.
That's true.
Yeah, she needs to go get checked out again.
I think the word you're looking for is concussion. Clearly. It's a bad one, too. It's getting worse. All right, let's say hi to, there's a lot of people that want in on your money, and I don't get it. Let's say hi. Oh, man, should we just... Hey, Andrea, good morning. Hi.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, you're listening to us right now in Seal Beach. Good morning and welcome to KROQ. Who would you like to battle for $100 of Allie's money? Excuse me, $200 of Allie's money.
Ooh, Vanessa.
Oh,
damn. She's feeling feisty this morning.
All right.
Just give her the money.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and pay the people. All right. Hold on. Andrea, hold on 1 second.
Vanessa knows a lot about the news.
She does, because she's constantly studying up for the show. And Vanessa, please sequester yourself in a room far, far away so that we can go ahead and ask listener Andrea 5 questions, and we'll score it together at the end. Hopefully you do better than Vanessa so that Allie can pay you. And Allie, usually you're rooting for us because you don't want to have to pay the people. But in this particular case, don't you kind of want to give Andrea $200 of your money to kick off a holiday weekend?
Almost.
Not
quite.
It's quite a conundrum you're in. Let's get into it. Your round starts now.
Allie knows the news.
All right, question 1, Andrea. This fancy college is suing Trump in federal court because he's making it difficult for them to have international students attend. Which college is officially suing Trump?
Let's see here. Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. Go to question number 2. The Beastie Boys have settled their lawsuit with this fast casual chain over the use of their song Sabotage, which fast casual chain was Beastie Boys in a legal battle with. McDonald's. Wow, you go fast casual for McDonald's. Fancy. Question 3. A woman was arrested at San Francisco International Airport trying to smuggle 151 pounds of what?
Somebody's trying to smuggle 150 pounds of what? San Francisco?
Yep.
Let's see. Cocaine.
Cocaine. That's a lot of cocaine.
So much. Wow.
That's what Vanessa calls Tuesday. Go to question number 3. Question 4. The NFL has just agreed to allow this controversial 2-word play moving forward. It was something that they were potentially going to ban, but they've agreed that they're going to let it continue. What two-word controversial play in the NFL are they going to allow?
Let's see here. Two-word play.
Let's see. Let's break this down. Let's really take our time.
You can also just say pass.
I don't know. Like I don't know. Kickoff.
Kickoff.
The
Yes,
kickoff.
I agree.
That would be funny if they completely banned kickoff.
No one gets the ball.
And finally,
Just run!
we learned earlier this week that Conan O'Brien will voice a character in the new Toy Story movie, but now they're saying that this late-night host will be voicing a character in the new Smurfs movie. Which late-night host is going to be a Smurf?
Kimmel.
All right, Jimmy Kimmel. Let's go ahead and bring Vanessa into the fold. Vanessa, you want to come in the studio? Here she comes. She's coming in. She's got her headphones on already, and they're not even plugged in, and she's making her way into the KROQ studio.
Hello.
It's
She need a lift on the chair?
She's going to, someone help her up on that chair, please. Come on, get her up there. There she goes.
But I am gonna get up so I look taller.
Okay.
And who's taller, Brad Williams or Vanessa?
We'll have to do that later.
Me.
Okay.
We'll
Definitely brag about that when you see him.
All right, here we go. Question one. What C word would you use if you were dealing with a problem between two things, a decision you have to make, and you can't figure it out?
Well, now that I know that it starts with a C,
Yeah.
conundrum.
No, that is still somehow wrong.
909 said, I think she's saying cummerbund.
Oh, is that she's talking about those mini towels, probably?
Oh, rest in peace, Cumberbund.
All right. No, that's not your first question. Here we go. This fancy college is suing Trump in federal court because he's making it difficult for international students to attend.
Harvard.
Okay, that
Nice,
is
Vanessa.
the correct answer. Contestant on the phone said Notre Dame, but the correct answer is Harvard. Vanessa's on the board, 1-0. Once again, $200 on the line. Allie's money. Pick your poison Friday. Allie knows the news on KROQ. Question 2. The Beastie Boys have settled their lawsuit with this fast casual chain over the use of their song Sabotage.
How does this song go? Okay.
They were suing a fast casual chain. Which chain did they just settle their lawsuit with?
Casual. Casual is not fast food, right?
I'm not going to give you any
I
more
think she was
hints.
trying to also say casual.
I think so.
The Chili's.
Nice.
Wow, that is correct,
You did it.
Vanessa. I don't know how you got there, but you got there.
Because I was thinking casual, but not fast food.
Contestant on the phone, Andrea said McDonald's. We go to question 3, and Vanessa's up 2-0. I don't know how it's possible, but she is. Woman was arrested at San Francisco International Airport for trying to smuggle 151 pounds of what?
Pounds.
Pounds of pounds?
Pounds of weed.
Weed.
Ooh.
Yes, that is correct.
Nice job, Vanessa.
Go to question number 4. By the way, that's so much weed to try to smuggle through the airport.
So much of anything.
Even if that was just luggage, that
I know.
would be so
She had
expensive.
to reek.
Go to question
Yeah.
number 4, and Vanessa's up 3-0 right now. A woman on the phone guessed cocaine. And Vanessa, 151 pounds of cocaine is too much cocaine, right?
I don't know.
Question number 4, smart answer.
The answer is yes.
The
That
NFL,
you don't know. If
the
it's too
NFL
much.
has allowed this controversial two-word play to continue after they talked about banning it. They're going to let it slide. What two-word controversial play will continue in the NFL?
Tush Push.
Hey,
job!
you got that. I can't believe you knew that one. The good old Tush Push. Hey, Andrea, your odds are not looking great since you're down 4-0 right now. That's okay, though. We got one final question. This late-night host will be the voice in the new Smurfs movie.
I have a feeling that tonight's gonna be since it's late night, I think it's the one that you guys don't like.
Which one's that?
Who?
Fallon?
Fallon. Good guess. Wrong Jimmy, though. And you know who got that right? Andrea, finally on the board. Jimmy Kimmel will be in there smoking. All right, you got one. Andrea, 1-4 final score. Unfortunately, Allie holds on to her money for now. What must you shamefully admit over the airwaves of KROQ as we say goodbye to you?
Vanessa knows the news.
That's right.
Maybe we can
Kind
at least
of,
hook
yeah.
her up with a little swag.
Hold on. We'll give you something.
This is my last resort.
KROQ, we are Klein Ally's show. Now people are all mad on the text line saying that Chili's is not fast casual. It's just casual. Nothing fast about it.
Welcome to the world of Ally Knows the News.
Constantly, people getting hung up on one word changes everything. I don't think it would have mattered. You know, when a contestant gets smoked 4-0 or 4-1 or whatever the final score was, it almost doesn't matter at that point. Let's not split hairs here. If it had been close, maybe, and oftentimes we feel bad and pay the people off the air anyway. So if you want to join us in a future edition of Ally Knows the News, don't be a stranger. You can be a passive listener where you sit back and just listen and hear us as background noise while you do more important things, or you can join the show and participate. A lot of people hear the show, feel so enraged or happy about something that we happen, usually enraged, that they feel they need to call us after the fact on the Goatline, 844-956-GOAT. Some are good, some are bad. A lot of calls this week, primarily about Allie's cat. Yeah, her cats. She has 2 new cats now, and if you don't believe me, check out her Instagram, because
my God,
there is no shortage.
They're adorable.
I like them.
No shortage of footage of that, and I feel like
Bring him in.
I may have to unsubscribe.
Please.
It's You're going to unsubscribe to me?
It's a lot of cat
over
stuff.
Animal content? Oh, that's rich.
Well, you know, you gave me such a hard time because I put one video up of my dog humping, and you've had these cats for
one? No, you've put up many and created your own separate Instagram account for him, and I still am loyal to you.
Well, listen,
and Jerry humps.
I won't unsubscribe, but I will mute. But this person on the well, there's a few calls, some good, some bad.
Hey guys, it's Joni from the 925, and I just listened to Future Ally. Future Ally is the funniest thing I've ever heard. Please reach out to her when we need information for the future. Anyways, long-time listener. Love you guys. Sweet dibbity-doo.
Now, let me say something about Future Ally.
You good, sir.
Thank you for the call. Future Ally is not something that we should look forward to at all, because Future Ally, when she joined us, and Allie's not happy.
Allie's happy. Hey, Allie, it's me, Allie from the future. Don't listen to these people. Everything is great. We are so happy, and you are loving life. Look, after I posted about the new cats, a lot of people...
Did you listen to Future Ally? She sounds dead inside.
She sounds like she just can't talk very well because she's covered in cats, but she's having a great time.
That's wild going on there.
I've moved on to lions, apparently.
Future Ally has become present Ally, by the way. Future Ally is not even a joke anymore. That's now that was us to try to scare Ally straight.
You know, I can see how the transformation happens, because yesterday I was like, well, I can't get up from the couch until the cat's done sleeping. Obviously, I can't disturb.
That's not just you, though.
No, but it's how it begins, and next thing you know, we have to go in there and rescue her because she's sleeping under 47 cats.
Yeah, and because I'm allergic, I'm putting on like the same pair of pajamas to go into that room. And then
you're allergic to what?
Cats.
Are you kidding?
No way this is true.
I'm highly allergic to cats. It's actually, I think, the thing I'm the most
allergic to. What are you doing with your life right now?
Is it medication?
Guys, it's okay. Rhonda gave me some advice on how to handle it. So I'm going to figure it out. It's going to be fine.
This is why you need to hear...
Your life is going to be miserable from now on.
Listen, I didn't even remember this. Listen to this call.
Klein Ally. Love you guys. Sweet divot. Just wondering, Ally, why are you purposely shooting yourself in the foot? Like, seriously. I heard, the whole thing with your mom, and she made some very valid points. You guys do go out of town all the time. You really don't need more cats. And honestly, how many years ago was that? When you were coming to work and you had, like, rashes and stuff, and you were, like, having problems, and you didn't know where it was coming from.
Remember, Allie, when she was Diclops? When she had that one working eye? She was the lesbian with one eye, and we called her Diclops?
That was a different condition.
We don't even know what it was.
That has nothing to do with...
What kind of idiot is allergic to cats and decides to triple the amount of cats they have in their house overnight?
Well, I do think that I've been able to manage it. I'm building up an immunity. I know they say that when you are around cats, it makes it worse, but if I'm around cats long enough, I think it starts to reverse itself.
If you remember, your mom also brought up the point about you getting litter back, which is a real condition when you have to constantly bend down and clean up the litter box, and this guy made an interesting point about that.
Hey, you guys, there's no way the throat goat is suffering or ever would suffer from litter back. Her back and neck muscles are way too strong and used to an up and down motion that there's no way that they could suffer atrophy in any way for that. It's just not possible.
Okay.
She's the goat. Her neck is stronger than an anaconda's jaw.
Okay.
So good luck with that.
That's Allie's mom, the throat goat. Well, there you go.
Hey, look, I'm bringing litter back. It's going to happen.
This will backfire in all sorts of hilarious ways.
It's going to be great. They're great. I got to have them hanging on me, and they don't even meow, really. They just go, it's so cute.
Have they started scratching up your son yet? Because that's coming.
No, they're interested more in the couch, Omar.
Yeah,
no.
And a lot of the cords. They're getting into cords.
Man. They're going to mess up your life.
But you know what else? People want to come over.
Who's people? Because I don't.
That's not a plus. You don't want people coming over. People coming over sucks.
Well, yeah, actually, the last night it did.
But also, those people get to leave.
Yeah.
Good for them, but you don't. You have to stay.
They go, it stinks in here. Well, that was fun.
Here's the benefit of you deciding to listen to this show on a daily basis is you will actually remember this day as the day where Allie's life starts to completely devolve. And you get to be a part of that process, which is great.
Yeah, we can pinpoint it in Jake, and now we can pinpoint it in me.
So this is an exciting moment for you. If you're starting, new listener perhaps, just keep it going for the next month and hear how much worse our lives get. And yes, will Allie come in here covered in rashes and scratches and smell like cats and all that? She's itching her face right now as I'm saying this.
I took an allergy pill. I'm fine.
We will be right back
doing great.
after this quick break.
That's
Man, we have
good.
a lot of false optimism
We just
on
keep
this show.
lowering the bar. That's
Be right
the
back.
goal.
More show after this. KROQ.
Klein Ally Show. KROQ, the world famous KROQ. KROQ.
Injured in an
It is hot outside. The heat wave is officially here, and as a result, we are going to make it super hot inside as well. We've had broken air conditioning pretty much all week at KROQ, and we've decided how can we make this working experience even more uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm. We figured it out.
We brought Jake the Nerd in the studio, and
Right.
that's how we did it. And there he is.
Thank
Jake
you.
the Nerd,
Hi, Jake.
everyone.
Hi.
Usually he's only in here to jump on a scale, but in this particular case, he's in here because we have a ton of chicken. The studio smells great. Thank you. That is the sweet smell of Roscoe's Fried Chicken. And then we have a bunch of hot sauces from the Hot Ones Challenge kit. So
I want no part of this.
I know you don't, but the more you fight it, the more people are going to want to call in and ask you questions because you have an opportunity now to call us at 800-520-1067. You can ask any of us any question you want. We will answer the question, and just like on the show, before we answer the question, we will take a hot sauce of your choosing. You will give us a random number, 1 through 10. We've rearranged the order. We don't know which one is going to be the hottest with the over 2 million Scoville units, the hottest hot sauce in the world, a record-holding hot sauce from the Guinness record, or it could be this one at the very top that's hardly any heat at all, Señor Lechuga. A mild sauce with garlic and avocado hints, flavor, rich and dreamy.
Oh.
That is not how the hottest one is described. And then there's a ton of other ones in the middle, like pico peppers and butterfly bakery, a da bomb, Queen Majesty, which is Sicilian scorpion sauce. I mean, some of these are very hot. They will probably hurt our tongues. If we touch our eyes later, we may go blind, and we should not. We should all make an agreement that we will not masturbate for 48 to 72 hours.
Oh, well, I think you're the one that really has to make that promise.
I'm
I
making
think
that
we're all
promise
fine.
to myself. I'm saying it out loud. If you'd like to join us and be a part of the Hot Ones Challenge now, you can watch us. We're streaming live on YouTube. We're also going to do this on the radio. But now would be a good time for you to call us, 800-520-1067. If you have a question, you just got to say who the question is directed to. We're all eligible. So even though the chicken sits in front of me and Allie and Jake right now, if you have a question you want Vanessa to answer, she will come in here, grab a piece of chicken, put whatever hot sauce you mention on that hot sauce, eat it, and then answer the question.
Do you think this little vial of syrup, which is probably delicious,
Yes, it's great.
would cancel out the hot sauce?
No, for some reason, milk is the only thing that seems to work. Everything else that should work makes it hotter. Like water just makes the hot sauce hotter. And
Can I pour this on top of the hot sauce, though, when I eat it? Or do I have to do only hot sauce on the chicken
think
wing?
just hot sauce.
I think you gotta do hot sauce and then chase it with that.
Yeah, you could. If you want to do a shot of syrup to chase it, you can.
All
but
right.
understand that for whatever reason, I don't know if it's the viscosity or whatever, it could make the hot sauce work a lot harder.
The viscosity?
That's what they say about
Good word, dude.
water. Water, for some reason, it spreads the hot sauce around.
Yeah,
it makes it worse.
I have made that mistake many times.
So
I didn't realize we can't even pick the number. Because there was a couple numbers. I'm like, I think I recognize that bottle as being a mild one.
No, we can't pick. The person who asked the question will give you we'll decide who is the question directed at, and then give us a number 1 through 10. And that person will crack open the bottle, pour it on the chicken, answer the question, and then we can officially begin. What's wrong, Jake?
Well, I mean, I shouldn't be doing this.
Why do you say that?
Because I have a condition that they don't know why it's caused, but my history of eating spicy food, because I used to really love spicy food, probably helped cause what I have today. And so it's not good.
Oh, so the spicy food that you ate your entire life was why you believe you have irritable bowels or whatever?
It was like the spider bite for Spider-Man.
It's very possible. Yeah.
The cause is also your kryptonite.
Yeah.
Wow. Ironic. All right. Well, this is
maybe the people will go easy on him.
Yeah, maybe they will. And by the way, we don't know the order because we could end up lucking out here. We're not going to do 10 questions.
Guys, I'm very boring.
Okay.
You don't even ask me any questions.
Same.
Let's go ahead and say hi. We're going to make our way up and down these phones right now. And once again, it doesn't matter what the questions are, we will be forced to answer. You will get brutal honesty like we always give you here on KROQ. So any question, it could be about the show, it could be about our personal lives, could just be a question about life in general. 800-520-1067.
It can be a question about life in general?
If that's their question, we'll start with Angel. Angel, who would you like to direct this question at?
To Jake the Nerd.
Oh, come on, dude.
Okay, right out of the gate.
Come on.
Poor Jake. All right.
Are they listing who they're picking on the screen?
No, I don't know who they're picking. I don't know I don't even know what the questions are.
Whatever, dude.
Before you ask the question, give us a number 1 through 10. That'll be the first hot sauce out of the gate.
Number 5.
All right, Jake, grab bottle number 5. You can reveal to everyone exactly which hot sauce that is because we don't know. They've all been randomly hidden. You can see this.
Take the thing off?
You can take the thing off. This is on YouTube. What is hot sauce number 5? This is the one he has selected for you at random.
Karma sauce. Lift off.
Oh,
that sounds easy.
Not bad, dude. You lucked out. Only 5,600 Scoville units. It's got lemongrass flavored, mild chili.
Lemongrass.
This is nothing.
That's a cakewalk.
Yeah, you're very lucky, Jake.
It has to actually say a hot sauce on the bottom.
Yeah,
because you might not.
A hot sauce.
Put it. Go ahead, open that up. Pick a piece of chicken. And what is your question for Jake?
How many times has he masturbated within the last month?
All right, Jake, go ahead. Take a big bite of your chicken now.
Countless.
You poured a lot.
That's a lot.
On there. Oh my gosh, Jake.
Jake is digging
you didn't
in
need
right
to put
now.
That much, man.
No, but that one's nothing. That's not hardly anything. I know Jake's got a condition, but Jake, go ahead and answer the man's question, please.
Dude, that's the mild one. That's got some kick to it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
If that's in the middle.
That's not in the middle. They claim that's the second easiest one on the list.
Oh, dude, you guys, this is going to be death.
Really?
Yeah, this has some serious kick to it.
Can you taste? So you're saying you can't taste the lemongrass?
It tastes like death.
Jake, answer the man's question.
Probably 20, maybe. I don't know.
So many in the last month.
You've self-pleasured.
There's like 30 days in a month.
You've self-pleasured 20 times in the last month?
I don't have a girlfriend.
Okay, wow. Pull that clip. All right, hold on, Angel. Thank you for participating.
So mad.
It really did.
Is that what you say to yourself while it's happening?
That's his morning affirmation in the mirror.
That's my kink.
Yeah, you're nothing.
Jake, how was that? You're sweating.
Dude, it's hot.
You're sweating a little bit.
I can't believe this is only second.
Yeah,
it's
that's so
maybe
low.
because I put so much, but goddamn, man.
You did put a lot on there. It seemed unnecessary.
So low on the list. All right, well, one down. Keep in mind, you can ask these questions to anyone on the show. Jake, Johnny, Vanessa, DJ Omar Khan. You can go with Allie or you go with me, and all you have to do is give us a question and a number 1 through 10. Jake said 5 was painful.
Oh, my God.
And it was the second mildest in the list.
All right. Let me say hi to, next one out of the gate is, let's see, Edgar, you have a question for someone on the show. Who's your question to? We'll start with that. Sweet Divots.
Sweet Divots for Jake.
Dude, this is rigged. Forget that. No.
What number?
What number? Number 3.
Okay.
No!
All right, Jake.
Hold on, he's got to open his hot
Now, just
sauce.
hold on. Take a minute and think of your question.
Think of your question. Jake got selected again. That's crazy.
This is rigged, dude. No.
It's not rigged.
It's totally rigged.
Dude, you could ask this question to anyone. Did they tell you to ask a question to Jake, or did you call for that, Edgar?
Nope. No, I called specifically for Jake.
Yes, and then they wrote on the thing, "This guy's for Jake," and you're picking Jake callers.
No, not picking Jake
That
callers.
is such bullcrap, and you know it.
All right, just open.
Which one is 3?
It's going to be a hot one because the top of it's yellow.
Okay.
Has a yellow hot one.
Which hot sauce did you end up
thank
with?
God.
What's it called?
Los Calientes. This is the hot one's Rojo. It's heat level 5 out of 10.
Hold on.
So
I
it can't be
don't even
the
see it
hottest
on my
one.
list. Oh, number 5.
sounds mild.
It's middle. 49,000 Scoville units. It's technically 10 times hotter than the one you just had.
Jesus Christ.
It is best-selling, complex notes of smoked chilies, agave, citrus, cumin. Not good for people that have sensitive asses. Fruity habanero and a balance of medium heat. All right, Jake's got his chicken coated in the new number 5. This is the 5th hottest of the hot sauces.
Do I buy it first before I get the question?
Do we care about the question? Or?
No, the question's irrelevant. Go ahead. Klein Ally Show. We didn't play any of the custom theme songs that were left on the Goatline all week for Ally Knows the News, but because you're about to deliver the A.D.D news, I figured you would like to hear one of these. People spend time recording them and leaving them on the Goatline, and they always put you in a good mood, so here we go.
Her car is filled with goo, and her mother's throat is too.
Ew.
Let's find out if Hot Dog knows the news.
Hot dog.
Beautiful. Well said. Let's get into your news right now. Remember, your son said you smell like hot dogs.
No, I remember. I just don't think it needs to be another nickname.
I think it does.
Be quiet, hot dog.
Yes.
Let's get into your news right now on KROQ.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
So it's the 1-week anniversary of the big jailbreak in New Orleans. This is the one where the guys removed the urinal in the bathroom, snuck out through the wall. You see the video. It's 10 people escaping. You see them running like hell, which has got to be an incredible feeling. Once you get out and you're like, oh my God, and they're like, run, we made
And
it.
these are bad dudes. Like, some of these guys are murderers,
I know,
right?
but they look so happy.
They do look so happy.
They're just like, woo!
You know, I was talking about how there's no feeling as an adult that you will ever get that's close to that last week of school feeling you have as a child. And I
This
think
is it.
that's it. And
That's
I saw,
happiness.
And I saw the video, and I remember so much running out of school on the last day of school with that exact kind of pep in your step.
Yeah.
I mean, these are murderers, yet they're prancing.
They're prancing.
They're kicking heels. I mean, they're
You
doing
get
all
locked up, Klein. Then you can have that feeling.
it's the only, I think about the one benefit of getting locked up is that when you do get your freedom back, you appreciate it more.
Yeah, especially if there's like a, hey, by the way, it's happening earlier than it was supposed to, or something like that, like unexpected freedom. Anyway, now that we're at a week, there have been a couple people arrested that were helping them, and they have only caught half of the inmates. So there are 5 that are still at large. They arrested the maintenance worker that turned the water off and allowed them to remove the urinal and get out. Now they've arrested 2 women who helped another one of the prisoners after the fact. So they had phone records and social media records showing that she was helping one of them, at least one of them, after they had gotten out, and another one was bringing a guy food in a hidden residence.
Great reality show, if Netflix is listening, but you take real prisoners, and they do get to escape, and then whoever's the last one that can stay, gets their freedom. You can't do murderers. You got to pick people.
Oh, I thought
that
you were going to say gets a Netflix special.
No, they got a 1-hour stand-up special on Netflix. No, they are similar. I mean, I know they've done like shows where they try to hunt people, but this was like a real stake situation.
Yeah, I know. So you think that they would earn their freedom by being the last one?
The last person that gets caught.
Even if they were a murderer?
Yeah, but I think they don't cast murderers. You got to cast people that are like in there for funny crimes, like what are those? What are some?
Like bathroom toilet cams.
Yeah, right, toilet cam stuff. Those guys,
Those are funny.
hilarious criminals.
All right, you just mentioned it, Klein. School is winding down, or it's already out, depending on what district you're in, and there is no feeling like getting out of school for the summer. It's the greatest feeling a person can have, aside from winning the lottery or getting out of jail. And even teachers don't experience the same joy as kids do when it's that last day of school. But I would say that this story challenges that theory.
Teacher at an elementary school in Lutcher allegedly dropped a plastic baggie of cocaine in a school hallway. Deputies were called to Cypress Grove Montessori School, where they say they reviewed a video showing that the baggie was dropped by Lee Michael Granier. Deputies say they found more cocaine in his car and arrested him.
They say those Montessori schools are really special.
You
and
know,
the fact that you're like, hey, it's almost the last day of school. I got to bring my cocaine to school because I'm immediately going to a rager right afterwards.
Mhm.
And then whoopsies dropped it. So maybe they do feel just as excited.
Or it's just a little pick-me-up to get through the last week. You know, you gotta
You're
keep
like,
it-
I got to get on these kids' level.
Yeah, this coffee ain't cutting it anymore.
Yeah. I definitely feel like coffee compared to kids, like energy.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think
Doesn't
there's
work.
any way that
No.
you can. And it's like being with a drunk person. Like when you're not drunk and they're drunk, you're like, oh my God, this is so annoying. Like if you're equally drunk, it's fun. But if you're not, then it's just the worst. All right. Nobody uses proper grammar anymore. I think we know that. Klein, you've never used proper grammar, but
That ain't true.
There are certain symbols that are now going away. We've learned yesterday that the penny will no longer be made, and now we're learning that the semicolon is dying. That's the one with the dot and then the little apostrophe underneath it. Could be also known as a winky face. A recent study showed that a 50% decline in the use of semicolons over the last two decades insinuates that eventually it will become extinct. It used to be, back in 1871, the semicolon was used every 90 words. If you read those old books, there's like semicolons everywhere. And you're like, what is going on? And then now it's like every 200 words, every 500 words. And now it's just going more and more and more from there. So eventually, I think the comma eventually is going to be extinct as well. I don't think people care about.
I think punctuation in general, periods, all of it, exclamation points, get rid of it all.
Yeah, but it says what your intention is, especially if you're texting somebody.
Jake, when you got that breakup text, that really sad breakup text you got yesterday, was there any?
There wasn't the ... said a lot.
Yeah, you did get the ... Yeah,
The dots.
And the parentheses says a lot.
Well, the
parentheses, you're an awesome person. I'm not going to say that in a regular
Right.
sentence. I'm going to put it in a parentheses because it's just a side note.
I appreciate it. It makes us more special.
Yeah.
Oh, you think the parentheses makes it more special?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's a warped way of looking at
right
it.
after she said that, she then said, I never want to see you again.
Yeah, that part wasn't cool.
Okay. We get into a
point.
brand new hour of the show next on KROQ.
106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous K-Rock.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to the weekend. Welcome to the long weekend. Here we are on the eve of a Memorial Day weekend. We are Klein Ally Show on KROQ. Nice to meet you. Thanks for tuning in or finding us or stuck listening to us because someone is controlling the radio and you're like, turn them off already. I've had enough. I'm Klein. That's Ally.
Morning.
That is DJ Omar Khan.
Hello.
The audio sniper in the back room. You got Jake Z Nerd.
What's up?
Recovering from heartbreak, but don't worry. He's losing pound after pound after pound. He'll hop on the scale later for his weekly weigh-in. Guy's down like 25 pounds since we started this thing, and it's out of control what's going on here.
And for every pound that Jake loses, Klein gains.
That's right. That's the deal we're making around here because we have to make sure that we continue to grow the show. Regardless of how much weight he loses, we must balance it out. Equilibrium, baby. In the back room, you got Postmaster Johnny and Vanessa taking the calls at 800-520-1067 later this morning. Very funny, Brad Williams, our little friend. I think that Brad would say that K-Rock, without K-Rock, he would not have a career in comedy. He, of course, originally, I believe, went to a Kevin and Bean live broadcast where he ran on stage and started humping. I think it was Ralph or something like that.
I think it was Kevin Ryder's leg at a
Kevin
Miss
Ryder's
Double December remote.
Right,
show.
okay. So, I mean, he's got a lot of history with K-Rock now. He's selling out venues all over the world, and he worked with Ally and I in radio for a few months before he quit.
Yeah, we had a morning show together.
And
for
he'll be
about
back.
5 months.
We got a lot of questions about Brad. He's going to agree to hop on the Lie Detector test for some Lie Day Friday coming up later this morning here on K-Rock. And for some people, everyone should be in a great mood because it's a Friday before a long weekend. But for some people, they're in an even better mood today.
My Friday flex started a new job about a month ago. Klein, I get every other Friday off, which means today I have Friday off. So I got a 4-day weekend, bitches.
Wow, good for you, dude. Super jealous. Once we all get that 4-day work week going, we'll all be experiencing some of these 4-day
Just
weekends.
expand from there.
4-day weekends is where it's at. Lots to get into this hour on the show. We'll do the Box of Shame coming up in moments here on K-Rock. This one I thought we were all in a good mood because the 3-day weekend is here and officially or unofficially summer can start right now. It's Memorial Day weekend. We will celebrate by kicking off the Banger Bus in about an hour. Songs you'd like to hear on KROQ, as long as they are certified bangers and they put you in a good mood as you get the hell out of town or just sit in your car or potentially sit in the comfort of your air-conditioned apartment. Regardless, let us know what you want to hear, and I'm sure it will not be the same songs you hear us play on a daily basis. We're going to go a little bit broader, cast that net a little wider.
I love broader.
Allie loves broad. The broad-shouldered one of the bunch.
Broads
let us
and
know
broads.
what you want to hear. You can. There's a post up on our Instagram, Klein Ally Show, Banger Bus. You can let us know there, or if you'd rather, you can text us here at 800-520-1067. Got a nice meaty list we're putting together. And as much as I said we're in a great mood right now, then I remembered we've got the box of shame, which has been brought into the studio now, and one of us will have to share our deepest, darkest, most shameful secrets at random. It's time for the box of shame.
The box.
What's in the box?
Of shame.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
All right, who will it be? There's been a lot of terribly shameful things that have happened to all of us, and when that does happen, just like it happens to you, a lot of times you hope that no one ever hears about them or finds out about them, and we write ours down and put them in this box. It's full of them, and someone is about to have to explain themselves. Box of shame. J-Rock. Wow, this is a juicy one. Huh.
What does it say?
Juicy?
It's juicy.
This person claims that they keyed and destroyed a car.
It's juicy.
It's juicy. This person keyed and destroyed a car.
Jake, you're already saying, "Oh crap."
Was that you, Jake?
Yes.
Dude, that's messed up.
Whose car did you key?
Apparently, it was a neighbor's car. I didn't know whose car it was when I did it.
Why did you key a car? That's a good. To me,
Keying your neighbor's car is the worst.
keying a car, I find that to be such a deplorable act.
More than breaking someone's window.
Yeah, I think it is one of the
Dick moves.
The big, even I get it. I don't know what someone would have to do to get their key card. Usually,
They parked like an a-hole.
When was this, Jake?
Oh God, when I was in college.
And why did you key their car? What happened?
I drove back from a show in Seattle to my folks' house. They weren't home, but someone was parked in front of the gate to get into where they live, and they parked in a way where you couldn't really get in, and it pissed me off. So when I finally got in, I went down, I parked my car. I was so mad, I walked back down to where they were, and I not only keyed their car, I went around the entire car with the key, and then I walked away, and then I turned around, and I went back, and I keyed the hood.
Oh, man.
Did you just do regular, did you key a D into the car, or?
No, just one straight line all the way around, and then keyed the car, and then went home and crashed out, and then didn't wake up until, I was the only one there. I didn't wake up until their doorbell started ringing like crazy, and I don't live there, so I'm not answering the door. And I looked out the window, and I saw a neighbor point down to where the car was, then point to their house, then point to our house, and I was like, uh-oh.
Oh, no. And then, so did you answer the door and explain?
Oh, hell no. Nuh-uh. No.
I
waited until they came later and told my folks. But I guess what happened was their car just happened to break down there.
Oh my God. They weren't even trying to park like dicks.
No. And then I guess they had a problem with people breaking into their car, so they put a video camera on it. And so that's how I got caught.
Dude, so there's video footage of you keying this person's car?
Once upon a time there was, but I don't know if it still exists, but I would love to see it.
All right, well, get it off your chest,
Wait,
Jay.
so you did this just because you had to do a little bit of extra maneuvering with your vehicle?
I was mad.
But that seems
so you literally had to maybe go up on a curb a little bit and then just, go around and then go up
like a dick.
That seems like an extreme move, man.
It was totally extreme. This is the box of shame.
Allie makes a good point. They didn't park like a dick. Their car broke down.
Exactly.
At an inconvenient place for you, but you couldn't not get in. You still got into where you needed to go?
Yeah.
Barely.
But if you've ever seen Jake angry,
yeah, I know.
he gets pretty like internally steamed. Like I've never seen him so angry when he couldn't find that butter for his rice.
Right.
It really upset him, and there was rage. I saw it in your eyes.
The rage was that they wouldn't let me get it myself. That was such bullcrap.
But you get really charged up over one little thing. You kind of center around
Because
it.
it was so arbitrary. It was ridiculous.
So I imagine you went back into your parents' house and then you were like, "This person, I can't just let their parking go unchecked. I need
didn't
to
even
do
make it to
something."
the house. I parked the car and walked back down there.
Wow.
Dude.
But yeah, anyways, they were nice enough not to have the
It's
cops
fine.
arrest me.
That's some of Jake's anger voice.
It's fine.
Yeah.
That's when he gets
Deep anger.
Deep anger. Fine.
So they didn't.
It's fine.
They didn't do anything.
Well, the cops wanted them to like press charges, but since I was a neighbor's kid, they didn't. I just had to pay for the damages.
How much was the damages?
I don't know, like 1,000 something.
Oh my God.
Man. And that's when you were working at that arcade stealing quarters.
That was paid with by student loans.
Jesus. That's great right there.
Goodbye, books.
You got to get them student loans so that you can go ahead and key some cars when you get angry. All right, Jake, well, you're off the hot seat. That's been the box of shame. Congratulations.
The box
What's in the box?
of shame.
Shame.
Hey, Joseph on
Shame.
KROQ, good morning.
Shame.
Good morning.
What can we do for you?
I just wanted to say I've always wanted to know what kind of man would key another person's car and what they would sound like.
Yeah.
And that's the exact voice that comes to mind.
Yeah, Jake's voice.
Thank
It is exactly. It's funny. You ever had your car keyed for some reason? It is such a feeling of violation, anger. It's annoying. You feel.
Well, they always talk about a senseless crime. It is a
Senseless.
senseless
It's a
crime.
senseless crime.
What's the worst thing you could do to somebody's car?
I agree.
I think so too.
I've been in car accidents where my car's been totaled. I would be less. I'm less
I
mad.
slashed tires before.
Oh
You
my
have?
God, you're a terrible
What
person.
is wrong with you?
What happened? The person was a little over the line in a parking
You
lot.
looked at me wrong.
All right, Jesus Christ. We got to take a break. We're back in a second. No one parked near Jake. It's funny because that's the irony, Jake, is that you now have such a crappy car.
Keying
that
it
is-
would make it better.
Yeah, keying your car would be improvements to your
I
car.
might do that.
Key off all that
Give it
bird
a
crap.
racing stripe.
We gotta be right back.
KROQ listener, your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to infiltrate one of these KROQ shows. My Chemical Romance at Dodger Stadium, July 27th. The Offspring at the Kia Forum, August 29th.
Yeah?
Incubus at Into a Dome, October 4th.
Let's go.
Blink-182 at Acrisure Arena, October 5th. And Lincoln Park at Into a Dome, September 13th.
That you cut me open just to watch me bend. This is what you asked for. Heavy is the crowd.
To choose your mission, you must engage at precisely 0900, 1200, 1500, or 1800 hours. That's 9 noon, 3 and 6 for civilians. Be color 20 and your mission is greenlit. Operation Choose Your Mission is now underway. This message will self-destruct in 5 seconds. Courtesy of Live Nation and the world famous.
Go ahead, Edgar. What is your question for Jake?
Hey, Jake. What are the two strongest Magic the Gathering cards, and how would you pin them against each other? If that even makes sense. Never heard of that game before.
I've never even heard of this game.
Emrakul is the strongest creature. Black Lotus is the strongest artifact / card, most expensive card. And Black Lotus makes mana. Emrakul just
Let's talk to you
destroys her.
more saucy, you know?
This one's super easy.
Really?
This one's way easier than the other one.
Really?
Ridiculously easy. I can't believe this other one was lower.
Wow.
It doesn't make any sense.
Sometimes on the show they do this like reverse order weird stuff to mess with your head where it gets hotter, then not so hot,
Or
then
maybe
they hit
it
you with
has
it.
like a certain amount of peppers, but then the other flavors kind of cancel it out.
All right, hold on, Edgar. Thank you for joining
There's
us.
got to be
I thought
more
for-
Jake calls.
I
Let's
thought for
just
sure.
wait.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder. I wonder how many there are.
Let's say hi to Gil. And this is the Hot Sauce Challenge. You're watching on YouTube now. Jake said the last one not so bad, but you look so angry right now.
Yeah, because this is rigged. Let me pick a call.
Pick a call, Jake. Go ahead. Give me a number.
Yeah, let me see.
Just pick a number.
He wants to see it.
Just pick a call. He's walking over there.
Let me see it. Let me see it with my own
Pick
eyes.
number 3.
All right.
Pick number 3. That's what I was going to go with anyway.
Okay, sure.
Hey, Gil, who's your question for?
Hey, Sweet Dibbit, guy.
Sweet Dibbits.
All right, Klein. Actually, this question is for you, brother.
Great.
And I want to go level 10 hot sauce.
Well,
Well,
level
you're just going
10.
to pick number
Give
10.
me
You
bottle-
don't know if it's going to be
give me
10.
bottle type.
Oh, man, it's going to be weak. It has a white cap.
Very spicy. It's very
Hold on,
spicy.
give me
No,
bottle
How about this
ten.
colored
Klein,
cap analogy
Klein,
that Jake's...
Klein. Have you ever exchanged any sexual contact with Mrs. Allie Johnson?
Okay, I'll answer that
That's a
question.
very easy
I'm going to
question.
answer. Hold on, I got to pour the thoughts. The one I got is the hottest one so far, by the way. It is number 6, Pico Peppers, Volcano. It is 76,000 Scoville units. This is where things start to get real. Habanero all over, extra fire. Things are getting damn spicy. So I will pour this on the chicken from Roscoe's. That's a lot.
That's
right
a
there.
lot.
I just put a
That's
lot of
a lot.
sauce on there. All right, there you go for the camera. I'm not pussing out here. I already pierced my nipple this week. What else can I do to make my life fun?
That was a couple weeks ago.
All right, and
Yeah,
repeat
man.
the question, Gil, while I take a bite of this. Go ahead.
Have you and Allie Johnson ever had any sexual contact?
That's
at
such a
all?
huge bite of chicken.
I tried to. Oh my god! I tried to.
Oh my God, you didn't need to eat that
I
much.
forgot I had to answer the question. Oh, it's burning my lips really bad. The answer is I've never had any sexual contact with Allie. I did have an opportunity. I think at one point. Let me finish, Allie.
Her face.
I did have an opportunity. Oh wow, that's hot. Woo!
And that's what you said, didn't you?
I did have an opportunity at one point. I think to hook up with Allie's hot sister.
Oh, yeah.
But I was in a relationship at the time, and I did not. I chose to be faithful, but I do regret that a lot. I
Yeah.
did have a sex dream about Allie one time. It was
Ugh.
really weird,
Gross, yeah.
and
Those are really disturbing.
I'll tell you the graphic details is that she chose to service me.
Sorry, that was a level 10 for me.
Wow! All right, hold on. I got
So how is that heat?
that builds, man. bragging rights for you, and we do that next on KROQ. As we get you ready for the long weekend, if you got songs you must hear on KROQ to put you in the right mood, they have to be bangers. That's the only rule. Must be bangers, none of that weird downer crap. And it's also nothing too obscure because it's got to be a certified banger. It's got to be something that most people will enjoy. And if you get them to us on the text line or on Instagram, Klein Ally Show, we will try to get them on the radio starting at about 8 o'clock. The banger bus can officially begin. Johnny, Postmaster Johnny's in the studio right now for some Johnny Doesn't Know. Johnny, you feeling smart today?
Oh, never.
Yeah, that's so true. Yesterday, there was a couple people that called out sick. I guess Nicole couldn't be here, so Johnny filled in after the show. And how do you think your on-air shift did as Postmaster Johnny, the KROQ DJ?
Congrats, by the way.
Thank you. It was really fun. I had a really fun time doing it.
I'm going to play you. This was Johnny's first break of the morning.
Well, hold on a minute. The review is it was fun?
Yeah. It was a really great fun time.
Well, how do you think you did?
I think I did really good.
Do you think your first break was a good break?
Yeah. I was locked in.
Let's take a listen to this.
Go ahead. What an appropriate song for today. It's new KROQ music. Miles Smith, nice to meet you. And it is very nice to meet you. I am Postmaster Johnny from the Klein Ally Show, filling in for the lovely Nicole Alvarez. So, yes, stick with me for the next 4 hours. But I have something for you. It's the world famous KROQ.
What do you have for people? You have something.
I have tickets to give away. I was queuing in hey, I got tickets to give away later. Stick around, I'll make the 4 hours worth your while.
I was like, what is this something
Yeah,
that he's
something
got for us? I'm so excited.
That was the point of the break, though. It was to intrigue you and make you think, what has he got for me? What is it?
Now this, you want intriguing. This was his second break here. Take a listen.
Cut my life into pieces.
You just weren't there at all.
No, I didn't have an outro for anything right there.
Well, yeah, you were supposed to talk. You don't dead seg between songs.
No, it literally said 4 seconds, and then I know the intro of that song. He just goes right into the vocals.
Right, but that's where you got to stop the music down and say, hey, it's KROQ's Postmaster Johnny.
And tell him what you got for him.
Remember I said I got something for you?
Sell the song.
This is what I got. This is it went like this.
Hey, that's Sally.
Cut my life into pieces.
Yeah, all right.
I couldn't disrupt the flow.
Economy of words.
I couldn't disrupt the flow.
That's good. And you came out of that weird-ass country song we're playing.
I know. We were like, I can't wait to see what Johnny says about this country song. And then it was
Which,
nothing.
by the way, I kind of like, because the girls and the baddies...
boy.
No, the girls and the baddies love Role Model.
All right.
So I can't diss him or talk about him.
Well,
right now.
Miles was talking him up.
Let's get into Johnny Doesn't Know right now. We got easy questions, very simple, no theme today, just easy stuff that any human should know over the age of 1. Will Johnny know these answers? All you got to do is predict yes or no. And what do we have? Let's see here. For everyone who gets theirs right, you'll have a chance to win yourself a pair of tickets to Shane Wang, Bank of America Performing Arts Center, Thousand Oaks on September 13th. You'll laugh all night, and you'll probably start laughing right now at Postmaster Johnny. So here we go.
Johnny doesn't know.
Big duty.
Oh, Johnny doesn't know.
Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
Johnny doesn't know. Johnny doesn't know.
I'm not a soccer guy.
Johnny doesn't know.
Global soccer tournament that takes place.
In America or in the world?
Global! Never heard of it?
Not Olympics related.
All right. When in doubt, say no. You'll probably be right. Here we go. Your first question, and all you have to do is predict will Johnny know or not know. John in Inglewood, we start with you. A John versus Johnny battle. Hello, John. Good morning.
Hey, Johnny doesn't know. Whoa.
It's a very catchy song. Very catchy song. Here we go. Johnny.
Yeah.
Focus on these. If you have 6 half dozens of eggs, 6 half dozen eggs, how many dozens of eggs do you have? Will Johnny know this? John, yes or no?
Hard no.
Hard no.
Sorry, can I get a piece of paper and pen one more time?
Oh, boy.
I'm sorry.
You guys got to draw eggs.
No
he
paper.
just said it. That was a little too much wording and numbers for a question.
It was not too much of anything.
No paper.
No, it doesn't. By the way, I don't think he's ever used paper, and it's helped him. Just so you know, in the history of the Times, we've asked some questions where he's requested paper and pen. He has never been helped by it.
He's drawing eggs.
You have 6 half dozen eggs. How many dozens of eggs do you have, Johnny? I don't know why you would need paper for this. There are children listening that have already yelled the answer at the radio, I can assure you.
I'm a math teacher. I know the answer.
Okay, this guy's a math teacher.
Well, you said I have half of 6 eggs. So
Whoa.
if you cut all the eggs in half,
Yeah.
Half of 6 eggs.
Go ahead.
you get 12 eggs. because you get 12 halves because you cut
Oh,
6
wow,
eggs
you're
in
literally
half.
cutting the
I
eggs
see
in
what
half.
you. Oh, so it's good you sketched it
Wow.
out. All right.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
6,
good. I
12.
take back what I said. The sketching was helpful. So your answer, if you have 6 half dozen eggs, how many dozen eggs do you have? Your answer is 12.
12.
12 dozen eggs.
You've made more eggs, yeah.
Okay.
You cut them in half.
God damn, that is so wrong for so many reasons.
Yeah.
Johnny, you would have 3
Dozen.
12.
dozen.
What? Huh? 3 dozen?
Yeah.
So that's how much?
36.
John, hold on 1 second. He didn't.
John, hold on. You're going way too fast.
Slow down.
Slow down.
This guy's a math
Not yelling
teacher.
numbers. You're not confused.
Yeah.
Hey, John, as a math teacher, can I ask you a question? Like, at what age should a person know that pretty confidently?
Oh, I would say probably like second, third.
Second or third grade. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I
Day of life or
think I actually stole this question from one of my kids' homework assignments.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Did it stump you or you got it?
No, I got it, but I knew Johnny wouldn't. All right, moving on. Hold on, Johnny. Congratulations. Johnny
Thank you.
doesn't know. Johnny, do you understand?
Thank you.
Do you
We're not
understand?
congratulating
Oh,
you.
you're congratulating me.
Johnny, do you understand the answer
Why
yet
would
or
we
no?
congratulate you on what?
I don't know. I know the.
Do you know how many eggs is in a half dozen?
I don't know. I usually get the little
Oh,
6-pack.
we could have
from Whole-
started with
Okay,
that.
let's start with a dozen. How many is in a dozen?
You hear that? He said he started with a 6-pack.
Well,
Yeah.
I start with a 6-pack from Whole Foods because they only sell 6 at a time.
Do you know what a 6-pack of eggs is called?
6-pack of eggs. A box of eggs.
Which is half a.
half a box. Half a box of eggs. Oh, 12. 12. Duh.
Right.
Half of 12, yeah.
Right. So just talk this out with me for a second. So a dozen eggs would be 12 eggs.
A dozen eggs would
So
be
how
12
many
eggs.
eggs would be in a half dozen eggs?
How many? Wait, say it one more time.
How many eggs would be in a half dozen eggs?
6.
Right.
There you
okay.
go.
So
But if you cut them in half like you asked me,
No,
now
I
I have
didn't.
12
We didn't
eggs.
ask you to cut
Let's say
the
hi to
eggs physically. in
Aiden,
half.
we're going to move on before I actually rip my ears off my face. This next question is for Johnny. Johnny, what don't invertebrates have? What don't invertebrates have? Will Johnny know this, yes or no? Aiden, talking to you. Will Johnny know, yes or no?
I don't think Johnny would know.
Are you a
Is
child?
this a child?
Yes.
Oh, great. Wonderful. Now we're getting somewhere.
Do you know this, Aiden?
Don't answer, but do you know this?
No.
You don't know this
Really?
yet. All right.
All
Well, they're
right.
12. So, what are you, 10, 12?
12.
Oh, the number 12 just keeps following me today.
All right, sure does. This person's a dozen years
Such
old.
a tough number.
All right, Johnny, what don't invertebrates have? This guy says you will not know. You're playing with a child.
Is invertebrate like a race?
Whoa.
Nationality?
I love how you're saying it low volume, just to make sure you don't offend anyone.
Well, because I don't like.
Can we call them invertebrates?
Yeah, is it okay? Is it PC to call it invertebrate?
I don't want to offend anybody.
Just call it the I word? What do we say here?
So is it a people or is it a thing?
Johnny, what don't invertebrates
Don't
have?
call them things.
Or things are theys? Sorry, I don't know.
Way to be PC.
Sorry. So it's not a person, I guess.
LGBTI.
Invertebrate.
Johnny, there's something that invertebrates don't have.
So it's a body part.
I didn't say anything. I'm just saying the question.
Let's say bones. I don't like the word bones, but let's say bones though. I'm gonna go with bones.
You have a feeling about the word bones?
Yeah, because he said what they don't have, and I know jellyfish. They just jellyfish. There's no skull or
Jellyfish,
structure.
they just jellyfish. I don't know how we somehow stumbled into the right answer, but specifically it's spine, so I can't accept this as.
But that's a skull.
But
That's
you got close, and the spine
It
is
was
not a
as
skull.
right as Johnny was going to get.
Yeah, for Johnny that counts as right, but it's still not right. So Johnny, it's still not right. You're still
Aiden,
wrong.
you're in the running.
Aiden, hold on. You have a chance to win, even though you're 12. All right, let's say hi to Jose. in
Even though you
Canoga.
technically can't.
Canoga Park. Hey, Jose. Good morning. Welcome to Johnny Doesn't Know.
Hey, good morning. I'm 3 dozen years old.
You're 3 dozen years
nice.
old. Pleasure. Welcome to 36.
How many six packs is that?
Will Johnny know? In the saying, a picture is worth 1,000 what? Will Johnny know this? Yes or no? A picture is worth 1,000 what? Will Johnny know this? Yes or no, Jose?
Oh, man. Sorry, Johnny, but I'm going to have to say no.
Okay, Johnny. A picture is worth 1,000 what? This is a very common saying.
A picture is worth 1,000 words.
Oh,
Whoa,
look at
Johnny.
you, Johnny. Take that, Jose. We say no way to you. We give Sutton the final question
We
today.
say no way to you.
Sutton in Moreno Valley. This is the last chance at Johnny Doesn't Know right here. Johnny?
Hi.
Hi, good
Hi.
morning. In what country would you find the Swiss Alps? Will Johnny know this, yes or no?
I'm going to say no.
Okay. Johnny, what country would you find the Swiss Alps?
Swiss. Swiss. You just said Swiss. You're trying to trick me. It's Swiss, right?
Which country
Which
would
country
you
is
find?
associated?
Swiss.
Swiss.
Country Swiss.
Country Swiss. All right.
Oh, that's my favorite genre of music.
Is that Sally song?
I finally figured out what the Sally song is. I went all the way to Stagecoach so I could see my favorite band, Country Swiss. All right, Johnny, is that really your final answer?
Swiss in Europe? Swiss.
Swiss in Europe.
It sounds like it's in Europe.
All right, Sutton, congratulations. Swiss.
Cheese.
No, it's short for something. Swiss.
Swiss.
If you're from this country, you are Swiss.
You're a Swisher.
Swisher, okay. Switzer.
Switzerland?
There we go.
Switzerland is Swiss?
He didn't get it. Okay, all right, Allie.
Wow.
Sutton predicted correctly, Aiden the child predicted correctly, and John predicted correctly. Who's going to win some tickets to see Shang Wang?
John. First
John,
scholar.
congratulations. You're going to a night of comedy. And you're a math teacher, which means your summer's almost here, so your life just got great. So hold on 1 second, and thank you for starting your day with us here on KROQ. In a moment, a travel expert will be joining us to figure out what we can do this weekend on KROQ. And Omar really hates when we get into Memorial Day weekend for one particular reason. He starts to hear that phrase, the phrase that just irks him.
And it doesn't stop.
It doesn't stop. It
keeps going.
Pack your patience, and we're going to have a travel expert on in a moment. We'll try to do this before all the big holidays to see if which one of us can try during the interview to get her to say the phrase that we know that she's just itching to say, which is pack your patience.
And you know, these travel experts this is their Super Bowl. They're going to talk to a lot of different media outlets, and they're all going to say the same things about when to get on the roadways and how you should prepare. And they always say to arrive early, expect, traffic, and then always pack your patience.
I'm going to play this a clip from the news, but just to give you an idea how much they love it so much. I mean, they can't wait to just get to it, and then we'll get this travel expert on in a moment. And Allie, she has no idea that we're attempting to get her to say the phrase, which probably she'll do anyway, but it's a bet between Allie and I. You want to go $50? See which one of us can get her to say it?
Sure.
Okay.
Memorial Day weekend marks the first big weekend of the summer season that typically includes sitting in traffic.
No one wants to do that. All new at 5. 10 on your side's traffic reporter Julia Avery is preparing for a record number of cars on the road.
So then, of course, they
Setting
go to
us
the
up
expert.
for a gorgeous holiday weekend. But while you pull out your bathing suit and plan out your barbecue menu, you'll want to plan out your drive as well. So whether you are driving to a getaway or just driving across town, AAA Tidewater says to pack your patience. 10 on your side.
All right, let's have a travel expert join us on the show right now, and let's
I do commend them, though, for delivering it as if it's the first time, every time.
Every time they think they've stumbled into gold. All right, here we go. Put her on hold so she can hear us now. And now, joining us on KROQ, finally, to get you ready for Memorial Day weekend, we have a travel expert from, you are from the Automobile Club of Southern California, known as AAA, correct?
Yes. Hi, good morning.
Good morning. And we were fighting about how to pronounce your name, so why don't we let you do it so we don't screw it up.
My name is Gianella Giglino.
Gianella Guazzino.
Giglino, yes.
Close enough. Thank you, Vanessa, for booking the person with the hardest to pronounce name in the history of AAA. So as we are getting ready for the holiday weekend, any advice you have for people that could be traveling? Apparently we're going to break records this year, huh?
Yes. So a lot of people are going to be hitting the roads, taking flights. So today in particular is going to be a very busy day. If you haven't left your house, I would suggest leaving before noon, because rush hour during that 3 p.m. to 7 p.m., we're going to be seeing a lot of people on the road, people heading to places like Las Vegas, Grand Canyon, the coastal cities, and San Diego.
And how should we get ready for, what is going to be a very packed holiday when it comes to hitting the roads? What are some things that we should take with us?
Yeah, well, it's very important that your car is ready for that road trip, that you're checking your car battery before you start driving, that you check the air pressure on your tires, also checking your windshield wipers are in good condition as well. Also, make sure you're taking a portable phone charger when you're out going on those road trips in case you do get stuck on the side of the road. A lot of people rely on just plugging in their phone in their car, but if you're not able to do that, you still have that so you can make calls, call for help if anything happens.
Road rage is a big problem in Southern California year-round, but particularly on weekends like this, I could see road rage being at an all-time high. Is there something that, I don't know, we could do to just not get so rageful behind the wheel?
Yeah, take a few deep breaths before you start driving. Plan ahead. A lot of the stress comes from being rushing out of your house, feeling stressed about, I'm not going to make it on time. So preparation is very important, making sure you're leaving with enough time, and relax. It's a Memorial Day weekend. It's a 3-day weekend. Who doesn't love that?
Yeah. I mean, I know that for some people there can be a real turning point where it's like, I just want to get there already. And when they're feeling that, what should they remember?
That everyone's feeling that as well. Everyone, it feels the same way about traffic that you do. No one wants to be stuck in it, but unfortunately that is a reality. So take a deep breath and drive safely, of course.
You're going to bring things like bathing suits and sunscreen and physical things, but potentially you also want to bring stuff that's not so physical. It's more of a state of mind. Anything that people should also bring with them?
Another physical thing is if you are flying, to bring your real ID. And if you don't have a real ID yet, to bring your passport with you. So you can still fly. However, there's different procedures now if you don't have that. So just to make flying a lot more smooth, bring your real ID or your passport.
Right.
If you are flying domestic.
We can also pack tangible things and intangible things, right?
Yeah, of course. I mean, you always want to make sure that wherever it is you're headed to, whether you're heading to Alaska or you're heading somewhere in the Caribbean, that you are ready for that. Yeah, you're ready for it, and you bring your real ID, all your necessary travel documents.
Yeah. She said it, Allie, already, so that's a redundant question. And if there was any sort of like a 3-word phrase to get people just kind of in the right state of mind for heading out on the roads, is there anything you could think of?
Like
maybe?
A motto?
Yeah, I mean, I would say, my motto is just go with it. Just go with the flow. We're all kind of stressed out when we're driving, when we're going on a flight. Getting to LAX is never fun, but just go with it. We're all doing the best we can.
Yeah.
You could think of a second 3-word phrase.
Why would she have another phrase?
What
She's
would
got
that
one
be?
phrase. Go with it. She said it.
If I had another one, it's going to be something similar because that's my best. Is my best piece of advice I got for you. Just go with the flow. We're all going through the same thing.
Right.
All right. Well, this has been a very... Omar, you got a question? Or it's been a very helpful roundup with a travel expert, AAA, to let everyone know if you're planning on doing traveling, especially road tripping, you want to make sure that you pack all the things you bring with you, and then maybe there's something in your brain you could pack too.
Yes, always pack your patience as well.
Did you just come up with that? We love it.
No.
Okay. There we have it. That is good advice from the AAA. Thank you, and have safe travels on the road this weekend.
Gianella, do you make a point to never say pack your patience?
It's not my favorite phrase.
Yeah,
I
I know. But everyone says it this time of year. You would agree?
They love it.
Yeah, they
do.
just
I know
love
it's
it.
True.
Would you like to go on record as saying an official spokesperson for the AAA that hates the phrase pack your patience?
No, I definitely don't because it's very important.
All right, we got to take a quick break. We're back with more. Thank you for joining us on KROQ. Well, Allie, I think I earned the $50.
No.
Yes.
No.
I got her to say it.
No, what are you talking about?
Let's play it back.
She didn't say it when we were asking her to say it.
I got her to say it.
No,
I
it
was
was
the one-
after the interview had concluded.
The interview isn't
and
over till it's over. Pick her up right now. Put her back on. Interview's still going.
Let's start over.
You got to
Come
pack
on.
your patience.
You pack your damn patience.
Brad Williams will be joining us in moments for some Lie Day Friday fun. We'll get your A.D.D news, and then we can officially kick off the banger bus. All bangers that you want to hear on KROQ as we get you into your Memorial Day weekend, and that'll be next.
The world famous KROQ.
Klein Ally Show. KROQ.
Goddamn, since listening to these songs that were recorded yesterday for Tone Deaf for Coachella, I realize it's just easier to buy tickets. At this point, it's just easier to just go buy tickets, even if you have to pay more than they would be face value. Because to win them from us at KROQ, which of course the incentive for us is you listen, you interact with the show, you leave here with a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You're at Coachella, courtesy of your friends here at KROQ, Klein Ally Show. That's great. But after hearing these versions of songs, they are done so badly that the artists that are going to be performing these real songs in the desert at Coachella, this could actually have the power to ruin some of your favorite songs. I'm just warning you.
You think this is ruining a classic song?
I'm that bitch. Yeah, been that bitch. Still that bitch. I will forever be that bitch.
You know, the problem is that Vanessa is not great with tone. I also suffer from the tone deaf, which is why if I'm ever at a concert and you see me there, you'll never see me singing along. I respect the people around me too much to ever try to belt out the lyrics of the songs to compete with the lead singer on stage. When Billy Joe's up there singing Green Day at Coachella, I'm not going to be trying to outsing Billy Joe.
Yeah, you're just there bobbing your head off beat.
That's right. That's right. Off to the side. No, not in anyone's way. Don't you worry about me. It's time for Tone Deaf for Coachella. Everybody who's able to correctly predict the songs that are being performed by Vanessa or myself, Allie's going to write your name down, and one of you will leave here with actual tickets to Coachella. Unless no one gets theirs right, in which case you'll just be lucky enough to be a caller 20 situation. So here we go. Let's say hi to Kaya from Echo Park. Good morning.
Morning.
Thank you for being here on KROQ. Thank you for starting your day with us. Let's give you just a sampling. There's a lot of bands, a lot of groups, a lot of artists that will be at Coachella. We've attempted to do our best versions of these songs.
And some of them, to be fair, even though you're tone deaf, they don't even have notes in them. They're just rapping.
Right. So just
and you
don't
still can't really
judge us accordingly. All right. Here's the first one. If you're able to figure out what song this is, or better yet, which artist this is that will be at Coachella.
We need both song and artist.
Song and artist. All right.
sure.
Here we go. Kayla, you're up on the clock first. Here we go. My baby want a Birkin. She's been telling me all night long. Gasoline and groceries. The list goes on and on. This 9 to 5 ain't working. Why the hell I work so hard? I can't worry about my problems. I can't take them when I'm gone. Oh, one. That's enough, I think.
One.
That's enough.
That's so much of the song and still so unclear.
That is an artist that will be at Coachella. Any idea who that artist is and what that song is?
Oh my God, Shabuzi?
And the song is called?
Bar song?
Into the 2, to the 3, to the 4. Tell them, bring another round. We need plenty more. 2 stepping on the table. She don't need a dance floor. Oh good Lord. That sounds the same to me. You got it. Similar.
Not at all.
Very similar. Ain't working.
How the hell do I work so hard?
She got it right. Good job.
You know what's crazy is I've heard that song so many times, and I know exactly the part you're singing, and I still couldn't figure it out.
All right, well, I think they sounded the same, right, Kaya?
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Thank you. Hold on one second. She's a step closer to Coachella tickets. My baby want a Birkin. All right. Thank you.
The Birkin.
Let's say hi.
Sounds so like perverted.
It's trying to do.
Only guy turned on by a Birkin.
Yeah.
Trying to do country.
So weird.
Jake, good morning. Welcome to Tone Deaf for Coachella. You ready to win your way in?
Good morning. I'm ready.
All right. Here we go. If you can identify the song and the artist that will be at Coachella based on a version I've done or Vanessa's done, you could potentially be at Coachella. Here we go.
Change my pitch up. Smash my bitch up.
I wish we could change her pitch up for sure. Hold on.
We can pitch it down probably.
Change my pitch up. Smash my bitch up. Smash my bitch up. Smash my bitch up. I don't do the instruments.
All right. So, Jake, any guesses as to which Coachella artist and what song that is?
Oh, God. That is something I've never heard before.
Yeah,
wow, really?
I know.
Even the lyrics you should get.
I mean, yes, but it's so different from the original that I could understand why that would be tricky. So, Jake, you're going to hang up on yourself?
Yeah.
All right. Sorry.
Yeah.
This is what she was attempting to do.
Change my pitch up. Smash my bitch up.
Kind of the same.
The same fervor. The same out of 10.
Same words.
Same words.
Only one person has gotten theirs right so far, and
means we just have to do a bunch more.
the listener. And I don't think we're out of time.
No, we're
so let's bring on Kevin Ryder. Goodbye. All right, we move on and say hello to contestant number 3 from the 310. Welcome to your chance to go to Coachella. You've come this close. Tickets, 3-day tickets, weekend one. It's a song that you should know. At least I hope you'll know. Take a listen and let's see how you do with this. Is this Kaylee?
Yep.
Good morning. Are you ready to go?
I hope so.
All right. This is a Coachella artist, headliner even. Here we go.
Twiddle my thumbs or just a bit. I'm sick of all that same old ass in a house with unlocked doors, and I'm effing lazy. Bite my lips and close my eyes. Take me away to paradise. I'm so damn bored, I'm going blind, and I smell like ass.
All right. That is a, believe it or not, a Coachella headliner as
That sounds
performed
so sad.
by Vanessa. Yeah, that song, I didn't realize was such a sad song
I
until hearing it that
know.
one. What song, which band is that?
That is Longview by Green Day.
Nice job. Same.
Kaylee got hers right as well. Green Day will be at Coachella, and hopefully you'll be there, which means two people have gotten theirs right. We go to Anaheim and say hi to Michael right now. Tone deaf for Coachella. Good morning, Michael.
Woo! Morning.
Here we go. You are on the clock. Don't screw this up. This could be your whole future.
Is it worth it? Let me work it. I put my thing down, flip it, never reverse it. Ting na 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 na. If you got a big, let me search you to find how hard I'm gonna work you. Ting na 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 na. Na 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 na. Come on.
Come on.
Come on. You got a little Shabuzi back in there.
Yeah.
Michael, any idea who that was?
That's got to be a rendition of "Work It" by Missy Elliott.
There you go.
Is it worth it? Let me work it.
Were you even trying?
Is that a joke, Omar? Was I trying? Yeah, I was trying. I was doing it perfect.
Oh, my God.
Search it to find out how hard I gotta work.
All right, Michael, good job. Hold on.
That part definitely doesn't sound like a shana-na-na-na or whatever you did.
Allie, honestly,
Is it worth it? Let me work it. I put my thing down, flip it, never reverse it. Ting na 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 na.
that is almost the same thing. It's like a beat match almost.
Shama now.
All right, so three have gotten theirs right. We'll give one more person a chance here.
You don't have to sound so upset that we're doing this.
Well, I don't like it. Once again, this
Yesterday, Klein, by the way, was like, well, we shouldn't do that.
Guys.
We're doing all this commercial stuff and tone deaf. It doesn't even make sense.
I know,
I'm like,
it
what are you
doesn't even
doing?
make sense anymore. I'm like, since when did we care about making sense?
It made sense when we were giving away Deftones tickets a month ago because we did tone deaf. There you go. Wake the F up. It's Klein Ally Show KROQ on the eve of a long weekend. And let's get into your news now. Then officially the fun can begin. Brad Williams in the studio. We will get to that. Of course, Lie Day Friday. I can't believe he's agreed to hop on the lie detector machine, but this will be a lot of fun for us. And we'll get some clarity as to why we stopped all working together many years ago. And I think the answer is because he decided he would become a lot richer, a lot more successful, and a lot more famous if he didn't have us hanging on his coattails. But perhaps there's other reasons as well, so we'll get to that. Some of these questions, I don't even know if he'll agree to answer. Every time he agrees,
we didn't ask him ahead of
every
time.
time he agrees to answer a question on the lie detector test, we will allow him to plug another one of his things. And he's got a lot of things to plug.
Then he'll answer questions endlessly.
Right, but if he doesn't want to answer, he doesn't have to, but then he will lose out on plugs, and he loves his plugs. So we'll get to all that coming up in moments on KROQ, but here we go with your news.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for A.D.D. News.
So we now have more details about the plane crash in San Diego that happened yesterday morning. At first, it was just a small plane crashing into a home. Then it was multiple houses. Now we know that the plane crashed into a power line, then crashed into the neighborhood itself and set some houses on fire. Thankfully, everyone was able to spring into action quickly. A lot of military lived there, so they were able to help people evacuate really fast. And we know that 3 out of the 6 people on the plane have died. One of the last messages from the pilot to air traffic control was a question about the weather, because I guess there was a lot of fog. But we did lose someone really important to the alternative music scene, specifically the punk scene, Dave Shapiro, a talent agent who was passionate about the punk and rock scenes. He repped Sun 41, Pierce the Veil, Lamb of God, Story of the Year, Hanson, which I think most people think of when they think of punk music, and Vanessa Carlson. And then they also think that the former Devil Wears Prada drummer, Daniel Williams, also died in the plane crash. If you look at Dave Shapiro's Instagram, he is a certified pilot and has been since 2011. His Instagram says he's a music agent and pilot and a retired base jumper. So obviously he liked those thrills. And
he was flying the plane?
That's what we haven't confirmed yet. They haven't confirmed that he was the pilot, but they did confirm that it was likely his plane because the plane was registered to his company, like a company that's only owned and operated by him. So they don't know if he was I haven't seen that confirmed yet. But it was definitely his plane from what they can see.
Very sad. I mean, it's sad, but it's happening, more often now. And then when you start seeing the relationship with all the bands we play, and KROQ, I'm sure that guy. I don't know because I'm not in any of the important meetings around here, but I would imagine that's probably someone that's been to KROQ a few times.
Oh, I'm
before
sure,
as well.
more than a few times
with the bands. Who knows? But
and I'm sure bands that we play on KROQ will be coming out with statements and about their relationship with Dave Shapiro. He seemed like a guy who was really passionate from the beginning, and it seemed like he was also passionate about being in the punk scene and also not being super into drugs. Like he was into being sober and also being a fan of those bands.
I got to get a statement ready in case I have an untimely death that I can release and make it seem like someone cool released it about me.
Do you want to plan out what I should say about you?
No, I don't want you to say anything.
I'll do it for you then.
Thanks, Jay.
I'll do it for you, baby.
Thanks, Jay. Appreciate it. Good friend.
All right. I know people feel a little checked out today because we're going into a long weekend, and just know that you are not alone because there's a new study that's been done, and they've confirmed that more than half of employees, 58%, admit that they regularly pretend to be working. This is happening, obviously, going into holiday weekends even more so, but on a regular basis, more than half of people are not just at work, they are pretend working instead of actual working.
Just look annoyed and smash your keyboard a bunch, and people will leave you be.
Well, it's also important to get a very good concentrated face.
Yeah.
Because if you're concentrated and looking at a screen, no one knows what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
You could be looking at something work-related, or you could be just on Amazon.
You know that face you make when you're trying to hold in a fart when you're not supposed to fart somewhere, like in an elevator or around people? If you can just replicate that face, people will see that face and be like,
I shouldn't bother him. He's working hard.
They're contemplating something serious. And I have that face a lot because I actually am holding in farts. But people think I'm constantly working. No. I hold them in.
No,
don't
I'm
Jay.
holding them in.
I'm not. Don't say that in my statement, please. I don't want that.
And I want to know what you think about this. Jason Schwartzman just said something about his life as being a parent. And when, your kid is born, you teach them to say mom, dad, whatever the parent. And he has come out and said, my son calls me Jason. He
first name basis.
never once called me dad, and it doesn't bother me. I never thought it was weird. He's always called me that. It only feels weird in public when people are like, why are you just with this random guy named Jason? But it is kind of an interesting thought, right? Like when I don't have older kids, but I imagine when they eventually get older and start calling you by your first name, it feels super weird. But then when they get older and you start saying you referring to yourself as like mommy and daddy, you're like, this feels strange.
Nothing weirder than an adult child that refers to their mom as their like, hey,
mommy.
mother
Yeah.
or mommy. You're like, dude, you're 40. What are you talking? What are you saying? Mommy. It's mama. It is. There is something weird.
Mama.
There is something. We've got a lot of. Oh my, you're too slow now. We have to do them ourselves. Mama.
Yeah, you can't get them that fast, dude. I don't know what you guys are gonna say.
Make it happen.
I know. Come on, the show's scripted. Follow the script, man. Follow the script.
It's scripted.
So it is weird, but also the first name basis thing. And I know this is going to make me sound like some old, out of touch boomer. Kids really don't have a lot of respect anymore for adults. The idea that you used to have to call someone Mr. or Mrs. whatever, that is like, I have like my kids' friends will call me brah. They're like, yeah, bring us a snack, brah. I'm
Really?
Like, yeah.
Well, that's just because they don't have respect for you.
That's right. That's exactly right.
I think they think you're like the help.
All right, well, I'll go with it.
Yeah.
Klein Ally Show. 106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Good morning. Welcome to the weekend. Here we go. Things are about to get good starting right now. Let's be honest. Last 2 hours, we were phoning it in.
Thank God it's Friday!
But
Now we're here.
And now we are here. Our absolute favorite. Not one of. Anyone can say one of our favorites. And that doesn't mean anything. When people say, oh, it's one of my favorite bands.
Oh, man, I'm always one of something.
Right. They can use that a million times. Our absolute favorite guest, friend, companion is joining us this hour on the show. And his name is John Grogan. He is the lie detector guy, and he is the best. Also, randomly, Brad Williams will be here.
Yeah. Unrelated.
Unrelated. He's one of our favorites.
He's one of.
Hey, Chewy, welcome to KROQ. Good morning.
What's up, guys? We did.
Sweet Dips. Welcome to the weekend.
I was hoping to get a request on the Bang Bus.
Absolutely. The Banger Bus.
Something old school, maybe some Pennywise Broham or some Social Distortion.
All right, we're adding it to the list. The Banger Bus does not officially start. I know we said around 8 o'clock. I think it'll officially kick off this hour. So get ready to get your requests in. This one was selected by Miles, the DJ, because it's Lincoln Park. But don't worry. The Banger Bus will be starting in moments. And then the weekend can officially begin. And we've got all your requests. We're keeping track of them. We'll start getting them on the air. 800-520-1067 to join us. Lots to get into. What an exciting hour we have planned for you on KROQ to get you into the 3-day weekend. And in less than an hour to go till we give you some MyCam or Blink tickets. The choice will be yours. It's all coming up. in the studio now. There he is. It's our good friend Brad Williams.
What's up,
Brad
Brad?
Williams. How are you, bud?
Good morning.
Welcome back to KROQ. You hear your buddy Kevin Ryder's back here now? Did you hear the news?
Wait, they're hiring everybody back?
Everyone's coming back, dude.
Oh my God, I have a chance.
Get ready. Poor man starts on overnights tonight, I believe.
All right. I mean, I guess I still have a chance to be a DJ on this network now.
You could. Still be here, but now you're too successful as a comedian.
I applied at one point.
For K-Rock?
Yeah, and then I was turned down.
Did you really? Oh, that's when, what was that? When it was Kevin and Bean still? And then Bean went missing or whatever?
Yeah,
you officially applied to work here?
Yeah, I had an interview and everything.
Come on, seriously?
Must have tanked the interview.
Did you have an interview with Kevin Weatherly?
Not Weatherly. This is very inside baseball, but it's one of the higher ups here.
Really?
So, yeah.
A full interview?
Yeah.
Was this recently? Because maybe they're trying to replace us.
Oh, yeah.
When did this happen?
Oh, maybe I shouldn't be talking about this.
All right, well, Brad Williams will be your new morning show host.
Me and Andrew Santino.
Yeah.
Ginger and the Dwarf Morning.
Hey,
right here on KROQ.
It's funny because when we all worked together in the Bay Area, and you decided that you were going to give up comedy because it was taxing and you hadn't gone very far in your career, and you had said that you just didn't think you had it in you, and you said you wanted a nice, steady job like radio.
Yep.
You, me, and Allie joined forces. We started, and then I think it was day number 2 of that job, you said, "Man, these hours are terrible."
Well, you said, why aren't we going home yet?
Yeah, I got to go home
before 11.
Yeah, well, the show is done. It's been done. It's been done for an hour. I go home now. No, we plan until 4 o'clock.
Yeah, we plan until the sun goes down.
You think about then, Brad, if you had gotten that job that you applied for, how different your life would be.
Yeah, I'd have to be starting an OnlyFans at this point.
Yeah.
That would probably do really well.
You would crush.
I mean, dwarf feet on OnlyFans, that might be a fetish.
Not might be, would be.
All right.
Would be.
And Klein would be your best subscriber.
Just hearing you say that, I feel like I felt movement down there. It's just weird.
Hit me up in my mentions. Dwarf feet.
Brad is going to be here. We'll tell you some of the many things he's got to promote, but he has to earn the plugs today on the show. Even though we're good friends and we would probably promote him anyway, he's going to earn them. He was unaware. He claims he was unaware he was coming in here to get on the lie detector machine.
Correct.
But I did text you that last week. When can you come in and get on the lie detector machine? And you wrote back next Friday.
Yes,
and then today.
And then I checked my text. I was like, "Oh wow, Klein did tell me."
Had you known that we had a lie detector test planned for you, would you have agreed to come in or no?
Of course not.
Okay,
Oh,
that's what I thought. Well, it'll
then
be
it
fun.
all happened the way it was supposed to.
I mean, some of these questions, I'm not going to give them away yet, but we'll get to this when the lie detector is hooked up in a few moments. But
All right.
some of them involve things like, have you ever stolen jokes?
Ooh.
Do you actually think Adam Ray, his Dr. Phil character, is funny? We'll get into all of this, and the truth will be told once and for all, and we'll find out why you officially decided to desert Allie and I and leave us just to talk to each other.
I love it.
So you will agree to answer these questions.
Say it to your face.
All right, that'll be coming up. Let's talk NFL action. You were at the draft this year.
I was. The Denver Broncos, I'm a fan of the team, and they are very kind, and they flew me out to Green Bay.
Whoa,
and,
They paid for your ticket out there?
Yeah.
The Broncos paid to have you out there?
Yeah.
First class?
Yeah.
Cool.
It was. I mean, let's be honest. Me in a coach seat is still pretty first class.
Yeah.
I got room.
Brad thought it was first class, but he was with the luggage.
Yeah.
Wait,
Coach seat is
you
still
had
a
great
duplex.
seats and everything. And I saw you.
Mm-hmm.
You got to speak directly to Roger Goodell, commissioner of the league.
I did.
And you asked him a question about dwarfs and football.
I did.
I was blown
What did
away.
you ask?
It was
and
wild.
what did he say?
So I said, hey, they're talking about banning the Tush Push this year. Speaking of controversial plays, Mike Leach, the recently passed away famed college football coach, he once wanted to do a play where you put a dwarf in the backfield and then just throw him over the offensive line for short yardage situations. Any chance that this actually makes it to the NFL?
It was wild. Like I couldn't believe as Brad's setting up this question, I'm watching Commissioner Goodell's face, and this guy's doesn't really have a good sense of humor, right, about most things. And you asked the question, room went bananas.
Yeah.
You're the only guy that could have asked that question in the world. And he gave a legitimate answer, right?
Yeah, he said, I'm hired. So
Yeah,
apparently I'm now on the Denver Broncos.
Congratulations,
Maybe there was
Brad.
a full-size guy who was like, oh, man, he took my question. Oh, what a jerk.
Can't believe it. So that was
Well-
fascinating. And the Tush Push has been the big story of the week.
It has. So, usually during NFL season when we have Sunday football, I usually compile all of the Gayest Sports highlights that I can find, and we do Gayest Sports highlights of the week every Monday. Now,
You know, Allie's the whole thing. She hasn't changed her little bit. Let's turn everything gay, you know.
Oh, wait, Allie's gay?
Yeah, Allie's gay.
still gay.
Wow.
gay.
Still.
Yeah.
Gayer. She got 2 new cats this week. She's as gay as ever.
You didn't take the vaccine?
God, I wish. It's not covered. But I did find a lot of Tush Push audio over the week. So here is your very special edition of the Tush Push Gayest Sports highlights of the week.
Here are the Gayest Sports highlights from the week.
Breaking news into First Take. The Tush Push isn't going anywhere.
Breaking news. The Tush Push lives.
A pretty big surprise. The Tush Push has not been banned.
The NFL voted this morning to keep the so-called Tush Push legal.
They're going to do the brotherly shove.
The Tush Push.
The Tush Push.
The Tush Push.
For the Tush Push.
Team tweeting this photo moments after the announcement with the message, push on.
I'll come out of retirement today if you tell me all I got to do is run 80 Tush Pushes.
I don't like it, but I don't mind.
It was certainly an attempt to get rid of the double pushing of Jalen Hurts' ass.
The Tush Push survives.
These have been the Gayest Sports highlights from this week.
Why don't you find
Listen,
a way?
I don't like the Tush Push. Not a fan. We're going to rename the Tush Push. There's too much
push.
DEI for me.
Yeah.
We're going to rename it the Masculine Shove. Masculine Shove.
That's nice.
That's what we're calling it.
That's very woke of you, Mr. President. Brad Williams is with us, and in a moment we return, and you will be strapped into the lie detector test. But the good news is every question you answer, you'll be able to plug one of your dates or one of your new products. You've got a product that is officially available now.
Yes.
Don't say it yet. You'll have to earn it, but I think people are going to really like it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's something that we did earlier on the show, too.
And we'll find out, Allie. We will find out if Brad thinks that his little person material is getting a little old.
That is a question that we added.
We will find out.
I can tell you that right now.
we will find out some other very important questions about Brad, including. Well, I can't say. I'm going to save these for John.
Love it.
Lie detector
John's got to
test
get in here.
Administer. We're going to set it up. If you're not watching us on YouTube now, you should be. We're live there as well. And then we were going to kick off the banger bus. So get ready for a fun hour of radio, which all starts next.
KROQ listener, your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to infiltrate one of these KROQ shows. My Chemical Romance at Dodger Stadium, July 27th. The Offspring at the Kia Forum, August 29th. Incubus and Into It Dome, October 4th. Let's go! Blink-182 at Acrisure Arena, October 5th. And Lincoln Park and Into It Dome, September 13th.
That you cut me open just to watch me bend. This is what you asked for. Heavy is the crowd.
To choose your mission, you must engage at precisely 0900, 1200, 1500, or 1800 hours. That's 9 noon, 3 and 6 for civilians. Be color 20 and your mission is greenlit. Operation Choose Your Mission is now underway. This message will self-destruct in 5 seconds. Courtesy of Live Nation and the world famous.
For Deftones.
I know, but when it's funny, it doesn't have to make sense.
It's not funny.
Yes,
This
it
makes
is.
sense.
Shut up.
Come on.
You have to be able to appreciate this in some way.
Alex,
Come on.
Alex, come on, you're up, girl.
Omar, you're not allowed to use this.
Come on.
Oh, God. And that is going to be my new favorite drop.
Alex,
Come on.
I just feel like picture Klein shaking
Alex,
his hips every
shut
time.
Alex, are you there?
I'm here.
All right.
I
Please.
can't stop laughing,
All right.
but I'm here.
All right. Please make this one of the Vanessa ones, for the love of Christ. This is
There's so many more of you. Play the clip. Come on.
This is another tone deaf. These will all be at Coachella. I bet you all these artists are canceling now. Here we go.
I wanna roll with him, a hard pit like we be. A little gambling is fun, I'll see you with me. Russian roulette is not the same without a gun. And baby, when it's love, it's not enough, I want a fun. Oh, ooh, oh, 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 ooh, oh, 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 I let you hot, show him what I got.
Oh, I love it.
Come on. Alex, any idea what song and artist that is?
That is Lady Gaga.
There
for
you
sure.
go. What song?
Ooh, I don't know the song.
Oh, so
Klein, you want to
close.
sing the hook?
I can't sing the hook because that would be too
Come on,
obvious. All right, Allie, I wish we could. I'm going to play this next one anyway, but you have to pick from the people that have already gotten through. I mean, what the hell?
Okay.
Hold on. I'll give one more person a chance. I got one more with Vanessa here, I think. I hope this isn't another one of mine, for the love of Christ.
I don't think you. I think that's the end of your road.
Oh, thank God. Here, is this the Vanessa one? Hold on. Here it is. You know what? Let's just call it a day.
I got it.
Oh, you do? Great. All right. Let me get the next contestant on. Tony Palm. Here we go. Tony, here you go. Listen closely. Here it is, Tony.
All right, here we go.
I'm that bitch. Yeah, been that bitch. Still that bitch. I will forever be that bitch. Forever be that bitch. Yeah.
All right, you know who that is?
What a
Tony.
potty mouth.
Tony, that is someone that will be at
Oh
Coachella.
my God, I'm gonna say that's BN Timberland. I'm that bitch.
No,
that is not right.
That's not correct.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. Well,
Vanessa sings a lot of this one.
Hey, yeah. Acting stupid. What's happening? Bitch, wow.
Great. All right. Well, 3 people were able to get through all of that nonsense and get the right answers. It was Michael in Anaheim. It was Kylie in Los Angeles and in Echo Park, Kaya. 3 of them, Allie. One of them will end with tickets. You have to do this randomly now as you drop your pen. Which name will get the tickets and go to Coachella?
Michael.
Michael, you've done it. Congratulations.
No way.
That is
Come on.
All right. You'll be come on to Coachella. Hold on one second. 2 tickets, 3-day tickets will be yours. Hold on. All right.
Oh my God.
Bus has officially begun on KROQ. All bangers from here on out through the rest of the show. If you've got requests you must hear on KROQ, you can get them to us at 800-520-1067 or on the Instagram at Klein Ally Show. Holiday weekend means banger bus time. You're a pink pony girl.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Hey, I'm gonna get the vacanza.
All right, the banger bus is underway. Brad Williams is in the studio right now, and he's all strapped in. He just informed us off the air that he has never agreed to participate in a lie detector test ever before.
I just want my lawyer to hear that.
Should I call your wife, or would you like to call your wife?
No, because she's already on her way over.
Oh, okay.
As soon as she heard Brad's hooked up to a lie detector machine, she left the kid, left the dogs, and she's on her way over here right now.
And she could kick your ass in 5 seconds flat.
Darn right.
Just so you know, because you've never met John before, this is John Grogan. This guy is at Lie Detector Guys on Instagram. He will go to your house if you think there's if affairs happening. He will go ahead and get to the bottom of that. He claims, by the way, certifiedpolygraph.com. He doesn't need to earn his plugs. We give them to him for free. But, John, thanks for being back here. Mr. Energy. If you could just talk into the microphone.
The charisma is oozing off of John.
Can you get in the microphone so people know you're here and just say something?
John's playing it cool because he knows that I have a crush on him, right, John?
True.
That's a fact right there. John, are you boned up a little bit, or?
Yeah, no,
He's nodding. Okay.
You can see all these on the YouTube live stream.
I recommend you check us out on YouTube now because John's not going to say a lot of words.
Tons of radio experience with this guy.
This guy's crushing.
Awesome.
He slays. All right, Brad, so here's what's going to happen. We have 10 questions here about things we've always wanted to know from you. And these are going to get personal, but also these are going to be about the previously working relationship we once had.
Yes.
And why that ended, because we never really got answers. And every time you agree to answer a question, you will get to plug one of your upcoming shows or products.
Love it.
Or whatever other podcasts, or I don't even know what you're into these days. You're very popular.
Yes.
But keep in mind, if you refuse to answer a question, then John will stare at you with that crazy dead eye stare.
That's the worst thing about it.
I know. It is intimidating.
But I think that's why he makes it he's such a good lie detector guy, because just his presence can make you a little nervous or bring your baseline to like, well, I better not lie because this guy will definitely catch me.
John to me is like when you walk past the drug sniffing dog at the airport and you don't have any drugs, but you're like, I'm pretty sure I have drugs. The way the dog's looking at me, I'm pretty sure I have drugs.
Why is he sniffing like that? He's going to bark. I've done drugs before. It's going to pick up on it. So any lie you've even thought about telling, John will tell you. John, what percentage accurate is this test?
Almost 100.
Almost 100% accurate.
Almost 100. All right.
Get ready for this. Allie, whenever you're ready, we can officially kick off the intro for some Lie Day Friday. So here we go. It's an official Lie Day Friday with Brad Williams, and it starts right now.
You sit on a throne of lies.
Why is it lie after lie after lie?
The only thing I know for sure is you're a goddamn liar. It's a lie.
You're a parasite of lies, and I am your worst enemy.
Friday, Friday, Lie Day Friday.
Brad is on the machine. John, do you need to ask a tester question, or you want me to do that from my end?
We'll have you do that.
Okay. Hold on. There we go. Here we go. Brad, you claim that you do not like St. Paddy's Day.
Correct.
Is that true, or do you just do that for comedy?
Oh, I just do that for comedy. I like getting
you have no problem.
Actually, it's fine. It's totally fine.
It's a fine holiday.
We're gonna break down all of Brad's jokes from every single one of his specials.
You're gonna find out exactly.
Just Brad stands for nothing.
Did you really yell Hadouken at a guy that cut off your mom in traffic?
Wait, so this is a serious question, Brad. What is your current height?
4'4", 52 inches.
Okay. John, is it calibrated?
It's calibrated.
Okay.
That's fast.
There we go. Calibrates quickly.
That's terrifying.
All right, John. Brad, I'm going to ask you these questions, and then John's going to keep track of your answers. Then we'll go through and see which ones you told the truth about. Are you ready to go?
Ready to go.
All right, question 1. Brad Williams, do you ever take advantage of your height in times when you shouldn't, but you do anyway?
Yes.
Do you have an example of that?
I have a handicap parking placard.
and you don't really need it.
No. Come on. Look at me. I
can walk.
The government says I'm handicapped, but I'm not really handicapped.
Question
so yes.
two.
And you get to best seating at every concert. Probably,
1,000%. Oh my god!
I just saw
Best.
Brad. He was at the Disturbed show, I think, recently.
I was.
And
Great show.
He had better seats than the band.
Yeah.
He was
They're like, whoa, sorry, man. Go ahead.
closer than David Draymond. Funny, Brad writes, I am down with the sickness. My sickness is dwarfism. So funny. All right, question 2. John Grogan's here. You can see this all happening live on YouTube right now. KROQ's YouTube. Brad Williams in the hot seat, strapped in. He's got the probes all over his body.
I do.
Brad, have you ever stolen a joke? Knowingly stolen a joke?
Yes.
Whoa.
In my 3rd time on stage, there's a wonderful comedian. He's still doing it. His name is Johnny Sanchez, and he had a great Comedy Central Presents. And it was my 3rd time on stage. So I was like, yeah, I could do that. That sounds really great. And I did. I later told Johnny about it once I had stopped doing the joke.
Right.
And we had a good laugh. But I think he laughed uncomfortably. I think he was like, you what?
Yeah, that doesn't go well.
But that still happens frequently, doesn't it? Not for you, but like in the
I
stand-up
was
comedy
like,
world.
No. But in the comedy community, yeah, it's still like it's weird. You could always tell what comedian is really breaking by what the younger comedians are imitating. So like there was a time when every young comedian was like Dane Cook, and there's a time when everyone was like Anthony Jeselnik, and now everyone's trying to be Rogan. So it's really interesting seeing how that like personality bleeds into it.
Man, everyone's trying to be Rogan.
Everyone's trying.
What a time to be
A lot of people are
alive.
trying to riff like Rife. That's
They're
the
like,
big one.
I want to
too.
have boob sweat
Yeah.
like Joe Rogan.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Question 3. Brad, you used to work with Ally and I, and then you quit.
Yes.
Did you leave our radio show together for your own comedy career, or because you found Ally to be an unfunny lesbo?
Hey.
Definitely for my own comedy career. That's why I left. I knew that radio it's fun, but it wasn't the thing for me. So that's absolutely why I left.
John's taking notes on that one. I don't think that's the truth.
She can't be because Allie's funny.
Right. clearly not. Do you, Brad, you've got a hot sauce out. I'll let you plug it now because you've answered 3 of these right already.
Yes.
It's called Death by Dwarf.
Yes.
Comes in 5 flavors.
Yes. My favorite is the mango ginger habanero. I like it, but if you like something a little spicier, ghost pepper, we do have that. Get the hot sauce, BradWilliamsComedy.com. Yes, my people aren't just making cookies and chocolates. Now we ventured into hot sauces.
Cool.
So question 4, do you actually like your hot sauce, or is this just a cash grab?
I do like it. Mango ginger habanero is my favorite. Pineapple habanero is solid. I don't like the really spicy ones, like the ghost pepper. I'm not that. That's not my thing.
So it's not just a cash grab.
It's not just a cash grab. No.
John is monitoring you. Brad is hooked up to the lie detector test. It's Lie Day Friday at KROQ. Brad Williams is in here. You'll find out where you can see him live, but only if he answers this next question. Have you ever talked S about us, Klein Ally Show, to any other morning shows?
Yes.
What? You douche.
Unbelievable.
Come on.
Yeah, man. Oh, man.
So they're like, those guys suck, don't they? And you're like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, Bob and Tom got all the stories. They got all the stories about you guys.
Man.
Speaking of radio, this is going to be a tough one, and I think this is going to potentially ruin our friendship.
Oh, boy.
Which Kevin is your favorite Kevin currently working at KROQ?
Currently working at KROQ? Well, Klein, obviously. Yeah, you're my favorite Kevin.
But you know Kevin Ryder is back at KROQ now.
Oh, he's back at KROQ?
Yes.
Yeah, Klein. Yeah.
Really?
Klein is my favorite.
I don't even need the lie detector test. I can see he's lying. Like, it's unbelievable the
As
way
he
he's
looks
saying
to
that.
every other part of the room.
Because you have known me longer
Yes.
than Kevin Ryder.
Yeah, I went to Brazil with Kevin Ryder. That was fun. We went to Brazil for the World Cup. But, yeah, no, Kevin Klein. Absolutely my
This
favorite
is not
Kevin.
a question. Stop saying it absolutely. It makes it
Oh,
sound
yes.
like such a lie.
100%.
Didn't we
Klein.
determine that people are lying the most when they say, oh, yes, 100%,
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. I gotta tell you, I'll tell you the truth right now, followed by a big lie.
Yeah.
Thanks. All right. John, you're monitoring. Have there been lies told so far?
Absolutely.
Okay, great.
Wait, does that mean he's lying?
Absolutely. She's lying. All right, the questions are getting hot now.
Like my hot sauce.
How far?
Death by Dwarf.
How far?
BradWilliamsComedy.com.
Brad, how far have you gone with a man? It's not always easy for little people to get women. just kissing or mouth stuff and love or booty action?
It's a lot of questions. How far have I gone with a man? Well, there's famously a story in one of my stand-up acts where I get paintbrushed during a threesome called the Devil's Threesome, where there was 2 men involved, and paintbrushed where
It grazes.
it grazed.
Yeah.
It grazed the forehead area.
Forehead.
Yeah. Well, when he stood up and I stood up.
Oh, right, because you're
yeah,
little.
I'm short. I don't know if you know that about me.
Right.
So yeah, he kind of did like the scene from The Lion King where where Rafiki goes over the forehead and goes Simba. Like that's essentially what happened.
Okay. Should look at John Grogan's face right now.
I can never feel the same about that movie.
John Grogan, you ever been involved in the Devil's Threesome yourself?
Never.
But would you?
Not with another dude.
Hey, man, it's almost Pride Month.
All right.
Come on.
Hey, Brad is very inclusive.
All right, here we go. Next question for Brad Williams. We're almost at the end of this. Do you give Allie and I credit for you finding the woman who is now your wife?
Yes.
But not publicly you don't, because I don't hear you ever tell the story with us involved at all.
I give you credit, and when I'm doing the jokes, and I say I was on a very popular morning radio show. And
that was us. I didn't think that was
San
us.
Francisco.
That's a lot. Machine's about to blow up now.
Kevin Klein Lie.
Right.
Yeah, you might know him from his stints doing radio in San Diego, right? That happened.
Oh,
Yep. Let's not bring that up.
Man, you went there.
Do you think your best friend Adam Ray is funny, or is his Dr. Phil thing a little hacky?
No, Adam's great. Adam's very funny.
So he didn't say absolutely that time, so
It's
he probably
interesting
told
to
the
see
truth.
how Brad's voice changes.
Yeah.
No, he's very funny.
No, he's. I think it's weird when.
No, I love my hot sauce.
I think when I tell the truth, I try to make sure I don't have any voice inflection whatsoever.
No, Kevin Klein is my favorite.
Yeah, it's like when you ask someone, "Hey, did you like that gift I gave you?" and their voice goes 9 octaves higher.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, you did the opposite. It goes lower.
It goes lower.
Brad's been answering a lot of these questions, so I'm going to let you know that you can see him in Anaheim. City National Grove of Anaheim, happening on July 18th, a Friday night show, a local show for Brad. He's an OC boy. I recommend you go and check him out there. He crushes always, but especially when he's doing the hometown shows. And your next question. This is the final one. This is the one
to bring the lie detector test. This was a fun bit.
Do you wish?
You're gonna steal this?
Yeah.
You've had a lot of success now as a dwarf comedian. Do you wish that you were normal sized? If you could be normal sized, do you wish that, or do you not, knowing what you know now?
Knowing. No, I don't wish I was normal size.
You do not wish that?
No.
It's the title of your next tour.
Yeah, I'd have to write actual jokes then. This is a great life. I don't know if you know this.
I'm glad you bring that up, because this is the last question. Do you think your little person material is getting a little stale at this point? Should you venture into jokes not about your height?
Yes.
Yes. All right. When we come back,
nothing if not self-aware.
John, were there more than a few lies told just then?
There's a couple.
Okay. Requests from the 818 to get you into your banger bus. Holiday weekend is finally here. Little heads will roll from Yeah Yeah Yeahs on KROQ. And then heads will roll as we get the results of the Lie Day Friday Lie Detector next on KROQ. Banger Bus officially underway as we get you into Memorial Day weekend here on KROQ. If you got songs you must hear on KROQ, regardless if it's not stuff we play that often, please let us know what you want to hear, and we'll try to get it on. Right now, Brad Williams is in the studio. We're about to get the results of his Lie Day Friday lie detector test. We're also streaming on YouTube, and I will give Brad another plug because he did answer all of the questions. He didn't refuse to answer any questions, so thank you in advance for that. You can go to Thousand Oaks, California. Look at that.
My neck of the woods.
August 2nd, you can see Brad right there at the Fred Cavley Theater.
Yes, sir.
So go see Brad there, bradwilliamscomedy.com for tour dates, hot sauces, tickets, and merch, and so much more. And John Grogan is our lie detector guy in studio, about to read the results. He's at Lie Detector Guys and certifiedpolygraph.com. A lot of fun to have at any parties or potentially more Memorial Day barbecues, I would imagine. All right. By the way, during that entire
So
song,
that's the lie detector stuff.
John has not cracked a smile. He has not laughed. He is
Those were banger tracks, and he's not even doing a little shoulder shrug.
Nothing. He doesn't
Nobody
care.
loves music, don't you, John? Yeah.
I picture John as a grindcore metal kind of guy.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
Do you have a genre of music, John?
70s rock.
Okay.
Cool.
Right. Big fan of ABBA.
A man of mystery.
All right, get close to that mic. Here we go. We're going to find out. Brad, are you concerned at all as we read you the results of the lie detector test you just took?
I was concerned the moment he hooked that thing up to me. That is nerve-wracking. You can be assured 1,000,000 times that there will be no bad questions or anything like that, but now you're at a lie detector test. You're scared out of your mind.
All right, whenever you're ready, John, let's take Brad through his answers and see just how honest he was.
When we asked him, have you ever taken advantage of your height? He said yes, and that was true.
Okay, that's the truth. He does take advantage of his height. He also told me he buys really cool, expensive sneakers in the child size. And he gets them for cheap.
Yes.
As opposed to the ones that I can't get in a
And that
normal
makes
size.
me jealous.
I know. It's frustrating.
Got a good shoe game.
Next question, John.
When we asked him, have you ever stolen a joke? He said yes, and that was true.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's good. You were being very honest.
Let me clarify again. It was my third time on stage. Johnny Sanchez. He did jokes about being short. I didn't know the rules of stand-up comedy yet. I have admitted this to Johnny. So I just didn't want you guys to be able to isolate that audio right there.
We're pulling that audio.
And Brad
Brad
Career's
steals
gone.
jokes. Next question.
We call Brad Carless Mancia. That's what we call him. All right, whenever you're ready for question number 3, excuse me.
When we asked him, why did you really leave our radio show in SF? For comedy or because Allie is an unfunny lesbo? He said for comedy, and that was a lie.
I knew it.
God damn it.
So it's because Allie was an unfunny lesbo.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't know she was lesbian at the time.
Okay.
The unfunny
I
part
thought she was just unfunny.
Yeah, that's just not funny.
I love for an unfunny straight lady. I didn't realize that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I thought, well, that's acceptable.
well, it's complicated. There's complicated reasons he left.
All right, well, that doesn't seem that complicated, Allie.
It's a lot. Jam-packed question.
If you had been funnier, we'd be lighting the world on fire right now. Just the two of us.
We don't have 1 million followers.
Brad's out there with his $1 million, 1 million followers. We're just sitting here slumming in radio land. Jesus Christ. All right, moving on.
When we asked him, do you actually like your hot sauce, or is it just a cash grab? He said he liked the hot sauce, and that was true.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
I am shocked.
Mango, ginger, habanero.
Brad
Let's go.
Brad just-
BradWilliamsComedy.com. Get your Death by Dwarf hot sauce. It's
Brad-
actually good. That's
Brad
no lie.
just reacted in a way that someone does when they find out that they're not
He
the
was like,
father.
"Woo!"
Right. Yeah.
And
Well,
Well, it's
Not
a business
guilty.
venture. I don't want it going out in the radio like, no, it's just a cash grab. He hates this thing. You know.
All right, next question for Brad Williams, who's in here right now, at Brad Williams Comic on Instagram.
When we asked him, have you ever talked S about us to another morning show? He said yes, and that was true.
Yep. He really could have lied there, but chose not to.
Thanks you for the honesty. So he talks bad things about Allie and I when he goes on other shows.
Of course.
That's good. Any exposure's good, I guess.
Yeah.
Moving on, John.
Just like a billboard.
When we asked him, do you agree that your little person material is getting a little old? He said yes, and that was true.
I've been in comedy 20 years, guys.
All right.
It's a lot.
I'm all out.
At least Brad agrees that the little person material is getting a little
I've
old.
had 2 albums. I've had 4 specials. That's 6 hours if I could take a bath in a thimble. You just kind of get tired of it.
How many more albums can Brad fit into a baby stroller for the cover of? Not that
cute.
many more, right? All right. Well, we all agree on that. Moving on.
When we asked him, which Kevin is your favorite at KROQ? He said Klein, and that was a massive lie.
It's so frustrating, Brad.
Now he
because
hates you too.
No, there's a custodian here named Kevin Anderson, and
Yeah,
he's my favorite Kevin.
I believe it. Well, that's so. Well, congratulations, Kevin Reiner. We're all thrilled to have you back, especially Brad.
I'm
'cause you're
really
his
happy. He's
favorite.
a great guy.
He is a great guy.
wonderful.
He's my favorite Kevin too.
Oh, God damn it, Allie.
I went to Brazil with that guy to watch the World Cup. It was awesome.
All right.
We partied with Will Ferrell together.
Cool.
It was great.
Yeah, that definitely. Come on, that kicks him up a few notches.
Brad and I went to Dim Sum one time together, so we got that going for us. All right, moving on.
When we asked him, how far have you gone with a man? Just kissing or mouth love and booty action? He admitted a devil's threesome, and that was true.
Wow. Wow, Brad. True story.
I had a lot of times in my 20s. You know?
Man,
Yeah.
that's exciting. That was not with your current wife?
No.
Is she aware that you did this in the past?
Yes.
Because you actually met her on a threesome app, Thrinder.
Yeah, it was
It's
called
not there
Thrinder at
anymore.
the time.
Yeah.
I think it's Field.
Yeah, now it's called Field.
Yeah.
But you've always been open to sex with all kinds of people.
I mean, when you say it like that.
Get him back on the lie detector. Let's figure out this.
I'm open to people that say yes. Let me just say that. If you say yes, you got a shot.
Hear that, brother?
All right. That's right, Jake. All right, moving on. Only a few questions left now. Go ahead, John. Brad has been pretty truthful so far.
When we asked him, do you give us credit for finding your wife? He said yes, and that was true.
Oh,
hey, all right, thanks,
So
Brad.
I go on other radio stations. I talk smack about you, but then I say, but I also met my wife there, so you know it all evens out.
I mean, we're responsible for Brad's wife, his daughter. That's all. We get all the credit for that.
Yeah, so it's like, yes, I had to be on a horrible morning show for a few months before I quit, but then I got to meet the love of my life, and and now we have a daughter together. So
and
it's great.
she also listened to the show and liked it.
Oh yeah, she found you
did,
by
so-
listening to the show.
Yeah, so we have different tastes in terms of what's good and what's bad.
Okay, thank you. You don't have to say that again. We already picked up on that. All right, last few questions.
When we asked him, do you think your best friend Adam Ray is funny, or is his Dr. Phil thing tacky? He said Adam is funny, and that was true.
Oh,
He's great.
Good friendship right there.
He's really talented.
I agree.
If you ever get a chance to see Dr. Phil live,
Yeah, it's very fun.
you should absolutely go see it. I've been on a show. I got to be on an episode where Johnny Knoxville was also a guest on the Dr. Phil live show. And let's just say this, when I'm around Johnny Knoxville, it's really hard for me to convince people I'm not Wee Man from Jackass.
Yeah.
They're like, well,
It's hard in general.
well, but you're together.
you're together. It's a dwarf with Knoxville. You can't have more than one friend. Also, the guy punched me in the nuts multiple times.
Nice. Good
Multiple
times.
times.
Good times.
Kind of his thing.
All right, last three questions.
When we asked him, do you wish you were normal sized? He said no, and that was a lie.
Oh, come on.
The dwarf community feels so betrayed.
Oh, okay.
Just a small lie, though.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure there are different parts of you that believe, that
That's
think
going to be
different
fun
things.
when I go to the convention this summer.
You tried, we heard you. Don't worry, they're not listening. Was that it? Is that the last question? Oh, that was it. Oh, that's it. Oh, we didn't get to all this other stuff about incest. All right, great. All right, well, Brad, listen.
Did we have a whole thing about incest?
No, we
in
didn't.
there?
That's for you, Alex.
Oh, great.
Brad, thank you for making me your second and or third favorite Kevin here at KROQ. It means a lot.
Top 10 for sure.
Thanks,
Oh,
dude.
good.
Appreciate
We
it.
love you.
Yeah.
John, you're the best, as always.
Thank you.
Thank you for all you do. You're a real bolt of electricity in this studio. The banger. Who needs the banger bus when you got John, right?
Yeah.
That's the real. The banger bus will continue next. Who knows what the next song will be? We'll do your A.D.D news. Brad, you want to stick for the news?
Yeah,
All right,
stick
we'll come
around.
back. A.D.D news after this, and more banger bus next.
Klein Ally Show.
Klein Ally Show.
The world famous KROQ.
All bangers all morning long from here on out into your holiday weekend. Brad Williams is hanging out with us, fresh off the lie detector tests. We'll do your A.D.D news in a moment. Then we give you tickets. Choose your mission. MyChem, Dodger Stadium, Blink. Your choice coming up. KROQ, your Klein Ally show. In just a moment, we'll tell you to give us a call. Be caller 20-800-520-1067 and choose your mission. Brad, if you were to pick between MyChem at Dodger Stadium or Blink or Lincoln Park or Incubus, a lot of choices. It's a mission. Should you choose to accept it? Nothing to do with the movie. Which one would you pick?
Those are all great bands. I would love to see Blink just because, I mean, the amount of times I've been brought onto a morning zoo show and then someone plays all the small things.
Wish we had thought of that.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
We're slipping, Allie. We're really slipping.
Damn it.
Oh, man. It's too bad. All right, let's get to your news now. Here we go.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for A.D.D News.
So the Diddy trial continues. This is going to be going on for a long time. And now we've reached the point in the case where Kid Cudi has taken the stand. This is... At one point, he was dating Diddy's ex, Cassie Ventura, and he's talking about some of the fallout that happened after Diddy found out that he was dating Cassie. And apparently, what he did was when he found out that Kid Cudi was dating Cassie, he decided to go over to his house, break into his house, open all of the Christmas presents that he had got for his kids, and then put his dog and shut him in the bathroom.
Diddy,
which is like
Diddy.
That's so Grinch.
I know. It's just like, I'm going to cause mayhem. Like, it's kind of the equivalent of...
Mr. Diddy.
Yeah. It's like the equivalent of keying someone's car.
Too
It's
bad
just such a douchey thing to do. You're like, why'd you unwrap... Now we gotta wrap these again?
Who in the jury can sit there and not have a reaction like Brad just did? Like the fact they have to sit there and just like take notes stone-faced?
Yeah.
Because that is a reaction. Brad's reaction is, that is preposterous and ridiculous.
Yeah, I'd be a horrible juror because that's what I would do. I'd be like, you gotta be kidding me.
He's
Like,
just
I'm
causing mischief.
Yeah, doing punchlines the whole time.
So he also apparently bombed his Porsche, like firebombed Kid Cudi's Porsche. He had opened the hood was cut open, and they inserted a Molotov cocktail.
Oh my God.
And then after the firebombing, Kid Cudi was like, okay, enough is enough, let's settle this. And the rival rappers agreed to meet and settle their differences at the Soho House in West Hollywood.
Oh man.
What an LA ending.
Yes.
Hey, let's talk at Soho House.
I don't know, maybe I just don't see this because as a dwarf back in my single days when I was dating other little people, I can never get mad at another dwarf for dating my ex because it was like there's only 7 of us, right? So it's why did I choose 7? Why did I say 7 dwarf? I swear I didn't do that on purpose.
We know.
Don't say 7. Don't say 7. Don't say 7.
We know
I could have said any number.
Brad's whole appearance right here is just a paid promotion by that Snow White movie. We know it. We get it.
Yeah.
So in these uncertain times of inflation and tariffs and volatile stock markets, it's important that I help you save whatever money you can. And this is one thing that companies convince you to buy all the time that you do not need.
Hot sauce. Death by
Hot
dwarf.
sauce is a complete waste of your money.
Yes.
And comedy shows.
Right, clearly.
No, it's the insurance. It's the, hey, do you want a warranty on this? Oh, hey, do you want trip protection? Or, hey, do you want a 2-year insurance policy on this product that you just bought? That is one of the biggest ways that companies can dupe you out of money because those things, A, don't really matter. B, a lot of times if you file a claim, they drag you through the process that makes it not worth it, or they find a way for it to not be covered. And if you have a credit card that has some decent rewards on it, that stuff's probably covered anyway, like a rental car.
You know that you do have to do that thing, though, when they ask you, where you pretend you're pondering, like they go, and would you like the insurance on
And you
the
pretend to look at the thing, like,
on
oh,
the
what is
laptop?
that?
Let me tell me a little bit more. But in your head, you're going, I'm not paying any more for this.
Yeah, I once bought a stereo from a unnamed company because they might be a sponsor of this network. Right. But they're
doubt
like, hey, you should get the insurance on this. These things have been breaking all the time. I'm like, so why am I buying it?
Right.
That's insane. Well, and a lot of the electronics too, they're like, all right, it'll be good for about 2 years with no problem. So we'll do the warranty for 2 years.
Yeah, and you're like, okay, so that's like I shouldn't buy this product.
Yeah,
It's
I
gonna-
want
it's
the
a bad
warranty for the
product.
second 2 years.
Right, that's when it's going to break.
Well, also, if you're going into a place to buy a toaster that's been marked down to $19.99, and then they're like, "Would you like the extended warranty?" You're like, "I just bought a toaster for only $20. Clearly, I'm not. I'm trying to like save money
And
here."
even if it's like $4, you're like,
Right.
no.
Nah, I'm not going to do that.
I only need it for one bath.
Yeah.
That's right, Jake.
I think one thing that sets
May is
animal
mental health awareness.
Yeah,
month,
that's
just
true.
letting you all
Thank you
know.
for pointing
Guys,
that
get
out.
checked out. Talk to someone
Talk to someone.
if you need to.
Words hurt.
One thing that sets animals apart from us, well, some animals, is that they can see in the dark and we can't. And now scientists have caught up. They have created new infrared vision contact lenses that let you see in the dark even when your eyes are closed. Now, I don't see any information on like when these are going to be released and actually purchased by people, but it's pretty incredible that this technology already exists now. Like if you go outside, it's not just the Ring doorbell footage that's going to catch something. You're going to be like, whoa, I can close my eyes and I can see all this happening.
That is awful because I just think like to myself like, great, now the people that break into your house can be like, all right, all the lights are off and you know the terrain and I don't, doesn't matter.
Right.
I was thinking of how bad it is that like my wife, when we have sex now, every light is off, and she'll be like, "That's
And her
not
eyes
helping."
are closed.
Yeah.
I can still see you.
I
My eyes.
Still know it's you. This is a problem.
All right, caller 20. Let's go ahead and make your dreams become a reality as we roll in the banger bus into your holiday weekend, get you into a show of your choosing. Brad Williams, you are the best, dude. We absolutely love when you come to hang with us.
Love you guys,
Support
too.
Brad, all the dates, including the City National Grove at Anaheim. We're going to post all this on the socials so you can support the greatest, our friend, well, at least I thought our friend, Brad Williams, bradwilliamscomedy.com, and Death by Dwarf. Get a bottle today. Thanks, Brad.
Thank you.
Have a great Memorial Day weekend. We roll on next on KROQ.
Ally Show. 106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. This is the world famous KROQ.
Home stretch. Here we are. Friday morning. Holiday weekend is upon us. Hopefully you already left town. We talked to a travel expert earlier that told you you must pack your patience. And Omar wants us to remind you that every time we're on the radio. Good morning, and thanks again, Brad, for stopping by. Thank you to John Grogan. Thank you to everyone who's given us a little bit of their time this morning. Potentially you're stuck in traffic. You have no choice, and it means a lot to us. So let's make it worth your while right now by getting you into a show of your choosing. And also, this hour, the banger bus will continue. If you've got bangers you want to hear, bangers from KROQ artists, or we go a little bit off the rails, let us know, 800-520-1067. Slide in the DMs, Klein Ally Show, so we can get your bangers on the radio to get you in the right frame of mind for the weekend. All right. Caller 20.
All right, let's do it.
Carlos.
Yes.
You are caller 20. Congratulations.
Thank you, guys. Awesome.
Which mission would you choose to accept?
Let's go Offspring.
Offspring. All right. Hold on. Those tickets are as good as yours. Hang tight. You'll have another chance again at noon, and then 3, and then 6, until you have no tickets left. And thank you, everyone who's accepted their missions. Allie, as you know...
God, that scared me.
I was just freaked out.
Oh, my goodness. Banger Butts is very impressive.
She does not like the banger bus.
This is why you gotta watch on YouTube.
This is why I just almost fell over.
It was so loud.
Allie does not like the banger bus. You know who loves it? Vanessa. She's in there dancing like crazy. I think she's all chotched up.
Sing it, Vanessa.
Next song. It's coming quite a few times on the text line, and people say, nice weather outside, holiday weekend is here. Shouldn't we do something we wouldn't normally do? Absolutely. As we get into your banger bus, it rolls on now. On KROQ. If you have requests, you must hear this hour. 800-520-1067. Some Tupac for your Friday morning on the world famous KROQ. occupations, sitting in traffic now, you need to hear certain songs on KROQ. We are going to take control, let you take control of the airwaves for the next, 45 minutes while we're together. Also have some stuff to give you before we get the hell out of here and into the holiday weekend. So get us your songs, 800-520-1067. The show continues next.
Playing banger after banger after banger. Whew, we are tired of banging. Klein Ally Show's Banger Bus. Yeah! KROQ. KROQ listener. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to infiltrate one of these KROQ shows. My Chemical Romance at Dodger Stadium, July 27th. The Offspring at the Kia Forum, August 29th.
Yeah?
Incubus at Intuit Dome, October 4th.
Let's go!
Blink-182 at Acrisure Arena, October 5th. And Lincoln Park at Intuit Dome, September 13th.
That's you cut me open just to watch me burn. This is what you asked for. Heavy is the crowd.
To choose your mission, you must engage at precisely 0900, 1200, 1500, or 1800 hours. That's 9 noon, 3 and 6 for civilians. Be color 20 and your mission is greenlit. Operation Choose Your Mission is now underway. This message will self-destruct in 5 seconds. Courtesy of Live Nation and the world famous.
And the question we have for you right now as we try to save society is, which couple out there is the biggest dick couple? And when we use the word dick, we're not meaning it in the way that Pee Wee Herman would use it. We're meaning it more in this couple, maybe
in that case, do be a dick.
Yeah, maybe you like them. Maybe they're a fine couple, you hang out with them, but there's something about that couple that just they fit into a couple that is, society could do better without. And there's some clear ones coming through already on the text line. We'll get to your calls as well. Our favorite nominee, we will invite you to join us this Friday with some lift tickets.
818 wanted to nominate right out the gate the couple that walks way too slowly together.
Oh.
Whether it's at a grocery store or on a sidewalk, they are so oblivious to the fact that they're blocking everyone from getting by, but they don't care because they're so in love.
Hey, Sophia, it is officially the most romantic time of the year, only 2 weeks and a few days away from Valentine's Day. It's all about them couples. Which couple would you like to nominate right out of the gate as biggest dick?
All right, here goes to Maria and Dan.
Well, you don't have to give specific. You have to give specific names.
You suck.
But what did Maria and Dan do that you think make them a terrible couple?
Okay, so I didn't mean to do that. Okay, when me and Maria, we make plans, and without any notice, she brings along her boyfriend.
Oh, yeah, the invite without asking.
Well,
I don't like that either.
It's the couple that can't do anything separate. So even if it's clearly an event where it would not be a couple event, it's always the one couple that for whatever reason shows up together.
But they don't say anything in advance,
No.
like that the boyfriend's going to be there.
Right, and it was probably pretty clear. Like she was thinking, girls' night, we'll get drinks. And they're like, oh, there's Dan.
And let me
Thanks,
guess,
Maria.
Dan's boring.
Yes.
Okay, great. We got it. Yeah, that's
Like
an
if Dan
interesting-
was cool, then they wouldn't say anything about it.
Yeah, I know a couple like this. I think they finally broke up, but it became almost a joke that it didn't matter. We almost would set up the events to go, let's see how far we can push this to see if she still comes with him. So it'd be like, if we set up golf, she couldn't possibly show up. There's only 4 people in the group.
And
So
then
we'd
she'll
say
show
golf,
up?
and then she'd show up.
What?
And we're
Would she
"What?"
play?
No. She was like, I'll just hang out. We're like, what is going on here?
Don't you have a better thing? Like,
Don't you have 2 cars or something?
Yeah, oh my God.
Mark, all right, open nominees. Don't be a dick couples, as we're officially entering the most romantic time of the year. Our favorite one, we'll get some tickets to join us Friday, Ditch Day, Snow Salt. What's up?
Yeah, the couple that shows up to the function, like already deep in conversation, and then when you get there, you can't even add to their conversation because they're just constantly going at it. You can't even add to anything that they're saying.
Interesting. So they're in their own stratosphere.
Like
You
a
can't-
fight? Yes, exactly.
Well, fighting couple is a different sort of couple, I would argue, than what he's saying. He's saying a couple that is kind of oblivious to the fact that now
Other
there's
people have entered the conversation.
Others around now, and they're
Right.
still kind of in that A-B conversation. The fighting couple, which is an interesting one as well, obviously, are the couple that everything could set them off, and one of them's always mad at the other one.
Yeah, but one that I like even more, 626 put in on the text line, is the couple that seems very happy together, but then when they're alone, they will talk crap about the other person in the relationship to you.
Yeah.
You
That's a
know,
good
it's
one,
like,
too.
well, he always does this, he always does that. And then the girlfriend comes over and she's like, well, he blah, 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 blah. You know, they're always crapping on each other, but then when they're together, it seems like they're, quote, happy.
Right, publicly, they look very happy. Hey, Ryan on KROQ, don't be a dick. Talking couples now as we are in the most romantic time of the year. Which couple do you like the least?
Yeah, I like to nominate the couple that has to plan a double date and fights every single time a date is planned. Not even an hour goes by, and there has to be an argument for the most pettiest thing.
It's interesting.
For
'cause
example,
sometimes
you
that's,
didn't wake me up for Disneyland.
yeah, sometimes that's the glue that keeps that couple together is the fact that they're so heated. Because they always say not fighting at all is a big red flag. If you're not fighting at all, that means kind of you're both checked out. But
yeah,
if you're
but then
fighting,
there's always fighting.
if you're fighting constantly about every little thing. And it's always interesting, too, because I've sat next to, like, people at restaurants before where there's a couple that's been together for a while and then, like, a new couple. And the new couple's getting along because they still like each other. And then the couple that's been together for a while is like, look at your future.
Yeah. All the steak. Well, you shouldn't get the steak. You're not going to eat it. You have a heart thing.
Right. George, K-Rock, welcome. It's Don't Be a Dick Couples. Our favorite nominee will get tickets to join us Ditch Day. What do you got for us?
Hello, guys. How are you doing?
Great.
Doing fine.
So the couples that talk to themselves like babies, one to each other, and they also talk in third person.
Give me an example of the first, the baby talk, please.
So, so let's imagine John and Katie, and John is like, "Hello, how are you doing?" And the other one is like, "I'm good, baby, I'm good." And they talk to each other like that. They're like, "Oh, baby bear," and they're talking one to each other like that.
Keep going. I'm still unclear.
Give us a few more examples, if you could.
Like, oh, you were talking about the steak, and they're like, "Oh, you're a big boy. You would like to eat this steak today?" And they're talking like that, and you're like, "What is going on with these guys?"
Uh-huh.
Do you have an example of what that would sound like?
What did you say?
Do you have an example of what that would sound like?
So it's just like that. They go on and on and on like that, and you're on the other table hearing them, and it's kind of really uncomfortable to hear that.
Right. And if they were by themselves on the bed doing pillow talk, how would that sound?
Like in the phone?
Yeah.
Oh, it would be the same.
Yeah, give me an example.
All right. So they will be like, "Oh, you're working today? You're working? When are you gonna be home? I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you. I want to see you today," and things like that. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
And
if one of them ordered a donut and the other one wanted to try the donut, what would that sound like?
oh my god. Can you please give me a piece of your donut? I really want a piece of your donut.
Jake will be in here a little bit later this morning to hop on the scale, see how much weight he lost. I cannot get over the fact. Omar and I were just talking about this. Allie, did you saw the text that Jake received?
Dude. Yes.
That is
harsh.
That is the harshest text I think that has ever been
And
written.
he doesn't see it that way.
No, he's laughing
That's
about
crazy.
it. Jake, I am blown. I am really. I feel bad, but also I don't even want to.
I thought it was nice.
I don't even want to. Dude,
It was
not nice.
rough. It was so rough because it was kind of trying to be nice, but was such a flat out rejection. And I think the curse is now real. Whenever Jake talks about a love interest on the show, it is doomed to fail.
Yeah, off the air, your relationships are great. As soon as they go on the air, they fall apart. And this one,
But keep telling us about your
I
dating
think it's off there. They fall apart too.
life.
that's a good positive way to look at it. This is a strange text to wake up to if you're trying to make plans for the long holiday weekend, and you're thinking maybe I'll send out a few casual texts just to get things in the books. I guess Jake, you had a plan. You had a tentative plan for this weekend.
Yeah, I talked when we had movie night on Monday. We had tentative plans to hang out tonight and possibly tomorrow night.
So you had 2 nights of tentative plans.
Yeah.
And how do you feel after this text you received?
About those plans?
More free?
Not good.
Yeah.
Right. You think because I don't know if you're reading it the same way we read it, but we all read the text.
Well, yeah, I read the text. I can read. I know what the text says.
Do you want to just read it now?
If we have to.
Yeah, let me get on your... I think the audience should hear about this.
I think so.
And they can decide for themselves, and then we'll get into a little Allie Knows the News action
And
for $100.
when was this sent?
Last night, 7 o'clock.
All right, here we go.
Can we preface this with with Jake thinking this is a soft breakup?
Yeah, Jake doesn't think this is a breakup at all. I think Jake thinks this is like flirting or something. Listen, this is the.
Oh yeah, he said we've all been broken up with, but have you ever had a soft breakup? Because I just did.
Okay, let's read the text as you received it, and the audience will decide.
Do you want the text I sent first?
Sure. Was it an octopus emoji?
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
Said, I hope you're feeling better and was wondering if you're down to hang out this weekend. And she wrote, Hi, Jake. I'm working all weekend, but also, ... I'm just not emotionally available to give you all that you're giving me, and it's not fair because it should be reciprocal. So with that, I thank you for all the fun and getting to know you. In parentheses, you're an awesome human, by the way, but I don't want to pursue this connection any further.
Very soft. There is?
How could there be more after that?
Unsubscribe.
Say it again?
Because I replied to her, and then she replied back.
All right, what did you say to that message?
I said, totally understand, appreciate the honesty, hope to see you around. And she said, hope to see you around too.
Well, thanks for that.
Okay.
I've been fired this way. This
wish.
is like a rejection of everything. I don't want to pursue this connection any further. Is like, hey, ChatGPT, write me a breakup that doesn't sound so harsh, but is very clear that I never want to see this person
Yeah,
again.
I mean, that is a period exclamation point. Goodbye.
I appreciate the honesty.
She also definitely wrote that and then was like, this seems mean. I think I'm going to add parentheses, you're an awesome person, by the way.
Yeah.
It does say that was in parentheses.
Yeah, she did add that going, ooh.
I'm surprised Jake
I should
didn't
say something positive.
read all that and just write back and see, what I saw here is that I'm an awesome person. I look forward to seeing you tonight as scheduled. Because that is
Well,
rough.
and to say, I'm not emotionally available to give you all that you're giving me. Which implies that, Jake, you were giving your all in this dating experience.
I was definitely the one who was pursuing, sure.
Yeah, well, you know how the game works, right? No one wants who
be
wants
wanted.
them or something like that. I don't know how it goes. of discussion happening behind the scenes here at KROQ as to what qualifies as a banger or not. And there's so many different requests on the text line, 800-520-1067. People on the phones that want to hear their songs because they're sitting in traffic or they're getting ready to get into the spirit of the weekend. And after hearing Jake's depressing story, I think we could all
It's fine.
We could all deserve some music to put us in a better mood
I'm
after
fine
that.
with it.
Banger music with non-banger talk.
Yeah, that was Jake's got no banger bust in his future. Who requested Virtual Insanity?
Yeah, that would be 310.
310. What the hell? It's the banger bus.
I love this song.
Let's go. Summer Vibes on KROQ.
Klein Ally Show's Banger Bus. Yeah! KROQ.
Penis vagina. Penis vagina. Penis butt poop pee try poop butt
909 wanted some Andrew WK Party Hard and the Bang Bus. The Banger Bus. Not to be confused with the Bang Bus. Totally different show. Their YouTube's doing much better than ours. But we are streaming live still. We got to get Jake on the scale to do his weekly weigh-in and see exactly how skinny he's gotten now that he is getting probably, in addition to the Lasara, he's also got that depression breakup weight he's probably going to lose after the text. So he could be at an all-time low. You know, he's at his all-time high when we started this thing about a month ago.
Weight and emotionally low.
Yeah, now he could be at all-time low. Well, he's the only guy that made a drop in a toaster in a bathtub joke today on the show.
Yeah, that's
so
true. Yeah, that was fitting.
Hopefully that's just a joke, Jake. You know we love you here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a great joke.
Great joke. One of your best jokes, and you don't have a lot of good ones.
Thank you.
So, I know
Have a great weekend, Jake.
Thanks, Glenn.
If you're gonna weigh yourself now, or
Yeah.
Okay, Jake's gonna weigh
Let's
himself.
weigh your depression first and
Yeah.
see what weighs more.
Jake's depression is up to 600 pounds. It's the highest it's ever been. Jake's making his way in the studio now. As you know, Jake's weight loss journey is courtesy of Lasara.
Lasara.com.
Promo code. Yeah, go ahead.
LASARA.com.
All right, we got it. We've heard your commercials. They're great.
Thank you.
They are great.
Yeah, I really like them.
A lot of people actually are asking us, where's that place Jake keeps losing the weight from? So we are giving them a lot of business. So hopefully you continue to support.
Oh, yeah, promo code Jake20. Get 20% off.
Jake's
How
gonna
are
hop
Jake's
on
bosoms, by the way?
It's not good, dude.
Oh,
it's not good. Jake lost his rack.
Man.
Klein trying to objectify him, but it didn't feel the same.
It's really terrible. I'm so upset.
Can't even get a proper motorboat anymore.
In fact, I'm going to ask if you don't mind me playing during the the Shaky Jakey song. Oh, now what's the one about his boobs? Jake's man. What's that song?
Oh God.
There's a great song we have about Jake's boobs, but it's maybe the last time we ever play it because he doesn't have them anymore.
Yeah.
Jake, do you remember what that
I forget
song's
that's
called? About? Oh, it's your tiggle. Jake's tiggle bitties. I forget what it's called. Oh, damn! So many songs about Jake's breasts in here.
Hold on.
It's I'm annoyed because my favorite thing about you is you had these beautiful, voluptuous breasts, even though you're a man. And I could look past the fact you're a man just because occasionally when you wear the right shirt, Allie would elbow me and point to your rack, and we'd say, "Wow, look at Jake. He's
yeah."
And Allie liked it as a lesbian and as a straight guy. I liked it too, and now they're gone. So it's a moment of silence for Jake's breast. But you've lost a ton of weight, so let's figure out how much you've lost.
And it's all in my breasts.
Jake's going to make his way over to the scale right now. And the big moment of truth. Jake, what were you last week? Do you remember your number?
176 on the screw.
All right, it was 176. This guy started north of 200. And now Jake is on the scale. Oh, my God.
Your shirts are starting to look too big, Jake. You need to size down your shirts.
Yeah, he always goes extra large, though.
I know, but it's just too much.
Oh, he was 176 a week ago. He is now 172.4.
Whoa.
Wow.
So that is...
Dude, he's almost at 30 pounds.
That's kind of remarkable, Jake. And by the way, I know summer's here, and a lot of people are looking to, get some summer weight loss going. But Jake, incredible.
Yeah, man. Feel great. Look better.
Yeah, I know. Are you going to... We should do some kind of like a makeover on you.
I'm almost comfortable to have my shirt off when I be at the beach or by a pool or something.
Oh, well, I think it has to be a beach that accepts nudity because of the breasts.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Unfortunately,
I'll put like tape over
I
them.
can't even find the song about your boobs.
I know, I was looking too. I don't know what it's called.
We'll give you this one instead because it was requested on the Banger Bus. The Banger Bus rolls on.
This has less boob references than we like.
Unfortunately, yeah. But, you can think about Jake's boobs while you listen to some Beastie Boys. That's what I used to call Jake's rack. The Beastie Boys. Now they're not there anymore. It's KROQ, Klein Ally Show. But fear not, the music will continue. 40 minutes nonstop KROQ in your future. And you know what? Let's give you one bonus. We found the Jake Boob song. If you haven't heard it, maybe you're a new listener. This is the last time we'll probably ever play it.
It's okay. Let's skip it.
If you're a new listener, get ready to not be.
Yeah. If you want to be a former listener, this is the song that'll do it for you. Jake, this is one of our listeners that I actually don't even think listens anymore, left this song on the Goatline. It was inspired by Jake's beautiful breasts that are no longer there because he's lost a ton of weight. And this is a song called Jake's Tig Ol' Bitties.
Look at the rack on that guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. At the KROQ station in LA City, you can meet the nerd boy with the dill old bitties. They are round and plump and awkwardly pretty. He's got world famous man boobs. The first time you see him, it can be quite a shocker. Pulls his dog to the side to show his double dill knockers. It's weird seeing such a nice pair of milk frothers hanging there on a dude. Double D, he's got man milk dill dangles, bigger than Allie's tankles. And they're nicer than Allie's, cause Allie's got wonky boobs, and a wonky leg, and a wonky tattoo. Since we're on the topic, her face is kind of wonky too. She doesn't wash her hands after she takes poo, so she has poo fingers. She doesn't know how to ride a bike, and her wife cheats on her all the time. So, drop on by if you're in LA City. You can meet Jake the Nerd and his dill old bitties. They're uncomfortably nice and make Klein real giddy for his double dill man boo.
All right, well, that song is now dead to us. Too bad, because K-Rock's playing country now, apparently, so that song would have fit in perfectly with that Sally song. But unfortunately, we can no longer play it because it's no longer accurate. Jake, congratulations on losing your beautiful rack.
Thank you.
Let's do some takeaways from today's show, and then we will officially get you into the weekend with the weekend song, and that will be the end of the Banger Bus. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for putting up with us. Greatly appreciate you. We're back next week. All new live shows, minus Monday, of course. But what do we got? We got some stuff. Vanessa, what do we have to give away next week? Something decent, right?
4-pack of tickets to Hurricane Harbor, Los Angeles. Tickets to Belly Laughs, which is a comedy festival.
All right, great. It's going to be a good time.
I like Vanessa teasing what's on
I
next
agree.
week.
I know she told us.
Because you haven't looked at your paper.
No, I haven't looked at the paper yet. It's a weekend.
Which makes me sad, because what am I doing?
I know, that's
what am I doing?
That's I said to read her emails.
I know.
I do read her emails.
Vanessa's going to lose it on you guys again.
I know, Vanessa's very emotional now because it's her lady friend is here. Vanessa, you told us yesterday. So
because I wanted to defend my outbreak.
Hey, no worries. Your
outbreak.
Her outbreak wasn't an outbreak.
You have another lady friend?
It was like I just had a moment of anger, and I wanted to apologize because it's not cool.
Yeah, but you gave us a reason why you're having a moment of anger right now. It's because you have a visitor for the long weekend.
It's coming.
Okay.
I'm right there with you, Vanessa.
Hurricane Harbor. 4-pack next week. All right, Allie.
4-pack is what Vanessa will be buying at Costco.
Right. Tampons. Thanks for putting up with us. Let's do takeaways and get the hell out of here.
Let's see. Okay, 310. My takeaway is if you say yes, you got a shot. 562. My takeaway is teachers, don't forget your cocaine for the final Memorial Day weekend. Oh, I screwed that up. 213, my takeaway is Allie's easily startled by a banger bus. 510, my takeaway is jellyfish, they be jellyfish.
You didn't pre-screen these, huh?
No, I did, but we were doing other stuff. I was looking for the Jake song for a while, so that kind of distracted me.
I got it.
And then, hold on, there was one that I saved that was really funny.
All right, let's just get out of here. We've overstayed our welcome anyway. What a great show, minus a fizzle on the way out. But hey, there's Nicole Alvarez. She'll be in here 40 minutes nonstop.
No, and I found it. 562, my takeaway is Vanessa has a Colombian concussion conundrum condition.
Yeah, we did learn about that earlier this morning.
Came back around.
If you don't know what we're talking about, you should check out the complete show, available wherever you get your podcast. Thanks for your support, downloading, subscribing, commenting.
This town has gone downhill ever since the damn dirty invertebrates moved in.
The invertebrates. That's a funny clip up on our Instagram right now, Klein Ally Show, of Johnny Doesn't Know from earlier today. It was a great one. Allie, got a takeaway?
My takeaway is Country Swiss will be headlining Stagecoach this
good old
next
Country
year.
Swiss. You got a takeaway, Omar?
My takeaway is pack that patience.
Got to pack. Oh, he said it. I knew he always thought that, but now it's true. Have a great weekend. We'll do it next week. Try to do it better. Here's your weekend song to officially get you into your long weekend. Don't judge us for the last 3 minutes. The other 3.5 hours were gangbusters good. All right, bye.
You know what? I love cocaine.
You guys need to do more better.
Yeah.
Have you ever really loved a woman? I do pee in bottles occasionally.
It's not about that Monday, Tuesday. No one cares about Wednesday, Thursday. hit that horse. Are you ready for the weekend? Are you ready for the rear end? Are you ready for the weekend? Are you ready for the rear end? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, trash. Thursday, Friday, forget about that. Friday, Saturday, where it's at. It's Sunday, sleeping in, eating brunch.
My booty felt it.
Come on. Ta-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Ta-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Come on.
Hit the beach or hit the mall. Go out with friends, do nothing at all.
Hey.
Watch movies, read books. Anything goes, just take a look. Are you ready for the weekend? Yeah. Are you ready for the rear end? No. Are you ready for the weekend? Yeah. Are you ready for the rear end? No. Are you ready for the weekend? Yeah. Are you ready for the rear end? No. Are you ready for the weekend? Yeah. Are you ready for the rear end? No. Are you ready for the weekend? Yeah. Are you ready for the rear end? No.
Wasting away again in Margaritaville. Ooh.
Pack your patience.
106.7 KROQ. KROQ. Klein Ally Show.